Hey, and welcome, you guys. I had to restart my computer, and now it's just doing all kinds of crazy things. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. I hope your day is going well. Before we get started, let's do all of the things. Like the video as you come into the room. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section and share with your friends because sharing is caring. And please turn your notifications on because life just really be lifing. We are going to get started in 1 minute, you guys. Just make sure I have everything up there. Actually, I didn't mean to have that up coming in the room. Let's leave that down. I have a few guests joining me. It's the end of the road, you guys. We are here for the finale, the last 2 episodes of Bel-Air Season 3, episodes 9, episodes 10. It has been a quick journey. It's been a good journey, but it's been a quick journey. We have had our, triumphs. We have had our complaints, but now we are here to wrap the thing up. And we'll get into it in a minute. You guys get down in the comments and let me know when you're here. If you could hear me okay. I didn't check the microphone. My camera went out, y'all. I was backstage. I was ready to go. And I was like, my camera just blinked and went out. So I had to end up restarting the laptop. But now I think everything is good to go. Hold on 1 second. Let me just turn it off for a second. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Clean it off a little bit. We're getting bing, bing, bings and everybody would have texted me now that I'm online. Anyway, so you guys let me know how you felt about the season. I really enjoyed it. The only thing that I really took issue with was how quickly it went. Like, I wanted to sit and savor each episode and really focus and get into it. Even with this recap, it's maybe more of a review or a discussion. Like I said, I got the ladies joining me, but for episode 9, we're just going to go by the characters. And then, we'll get a little bit more into episode 10 since it's our finale episode, but I didn't even get into depth with my notes for that. But most of that honestly was the wedding. So there's that. Look, life is doing its big one. Wait, why did that connection look like? Here goes there. See, here we go with my camera. Okay, I think I'm good. Not today, y'all. Please, Lord. My first guest is here, and I'm going to bring her to the stage to join me amongst the chaos. It is Inga, aka Ginger Snaps in the house. Hey, girl. Hey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. What's going on?
StreamYard been StreamYard and life been lifing.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you go ahead. I was about to go live and like this, and my camera went out. I was like,
That's how it usually happens.
okay. So I was
Things
trying
go
to get it
bad.
back. I said, all right, let me back out
Things
of
always go bad when you about to go live. It happens every time.
I backed out of StreamYard. I restarted the laptop. I'm like, okay, here we go. And now look, my internet is like a little, I guess it's warming up. That's why usually I like to let the laptop sit for a few minutes, start, let everything, get connected and be good. But here we are, Mama. I made it.
We ready to get into it so we can
I
get
did.
this show over with now.
I was having my same complaint about the season being really good, but them just giving it to us too fast, and I wanted to sit
I know
and
that's
digest
me. I'm ready
it.
for it to be done with now.
Yeah. So for episode 10, I didn't take that many. I took it wasn't that much to it. I didn't take that many. I mean, a lot happened, but not a lot happened, if you know what I mean. Like most of it was at the wedding. So I didn't take that many notes in episode 9. We just gonna go by character. I meant to make little banners, but it don't matter. We just gonna talk about it. How did you like the final 2 episodes?
I'm sorry, I'm eating some chips, but I'm talking. It was good for me. I liked it. A lot of our predictions came true. Stuff that you and I talked about, stuff that I talked about. Oh, I'm sorry. Moochie, EJ, Tamika. Yeah, a lot of our predictions that all of us pretty much had the same predictions.
Right.
And a lot of things I think came true. I mean, they
Yeah.
left us with a little cliffhanger, so we have to make assumptions on some stuff. But I think our predictions might have came true.
Now let me ask you this: do we have anything like that in the original Fresh Prince? Because the thing about the predictions, I think a lot of the stuff we predicted is stuff that kind of happened in the OG, or you could
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
what I'm saying,
guess.
and that's why I could see the writing, the way they was, especially like
Yeah,
with the Hillary thing and all the Trevor. I mean, not Trevor. Why I keep calling,
it was Trevor
you
on
know
the
what I'm saying?
OG. Yeah,
Lamarcus, yeah.
Lamarcus. Hey,
Yeah.
Candy.
And it's so funny, his middle name is Trevor.
Is it?
Oh, and when they do the vows, his name was Lamarcus
I didn't even
Trevor
catch that. That's so
something. Yeah.
funny.
Whatever his last name is, Lamarcus. Yeah.
Alton. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
catch. I caught her up. I heard her middle name. I was like, oh, Renee. I did not even catch that his middle name was Trevor. That's so funny.
Yeah. So they, even though they didn't say it at the end that he's
Right.
unalive, I think he's
Mhm.
gone. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
see what they keeping him around for. He ain't really add nothing to the show like that. So it wasn't like a character we gonna miss.
He could just be a background character.
I don't think.
I
I
mean, look,
think
we're
he's
not going
gone
to do
though.
the repass just yet, but
No, no, that's right. I could be wrong. They could be saying, "Oh, well, maybe he just um I don't know. I just saw it
in a
because
coma again.
they were rushing the wedding too fast. He's like, let's hurry up and get married right now. Let's why are we waiting? I think he knew. I think the writing was on the wall. And he
Yeah.
knew. Hey
Yeah.
Candy. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he's gone. That's my you can write it down. That's my prediction for season 4. I think he's
Who
gone
knows? I was
February
just saying, who
24th.
knows when we're gonna get season 4? That
Oh, it
that is
might be 3 years from that, 2 or 3 years. So
I hope not. And I hope they don't rush it like this. And I was saying on my live last night, I did a Saturday sip. I said, I honestly, what the issue is, because like me and Shayna was talking about like Love is Blind, because that's coming back in DC next month. So I think I'm going to recap that. And she's like, oh, you're going to give you a bunch. I said, yeah, the only thing is like, I'm used to them giving you a bunch and they might change the number, but you're always going to get a batch. I said, I think the issue was with Bel-Air is for the first 2 seasons, they didn't do it that way. So for them to do it this way now was like it just threw me for a
I,
loop.
it threw me for a loop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I mean, we complained about it all season, or at least
every
I did. I
every
complained all
single
season.
live.
But everybody's live I've been on, I've been complaining about. But it's
Me
over with
too.
now.
It's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Look, I brought my
Okay.
Bel-Air shirt back out for one final round. I might use the same one for next season, depending on how long it takes to
Oh
come back.
yeah, no, you might as well use the same one for every however many seasons that we gonna get. You might as well keep just wash it and hang it back up and use it for the next.
'Cause I still got the basketball, my son's basketball. When he's like, "You can have it. I don't want it anymore." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I have the Bel-Air jersey still, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, no more complaining. But it was a good season.
I think it was overall a good season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I really
trying
don't have
to
no complaints on the acting or the season. I don't have
right.
any complaints on the writing.
Mhm.
My only complaint is with Peacock throwing them episodes out there that fast like that. So
Because
they
if
could
I
have
knew they was gonna do that, I honestly might not have recapped it. I'm gonna
because
be perfectly
because
honest
even though
with you.
people saying, oh, we got fight night and all that, everybody don't watch the same things. So you can't stakes if the powers that be at Peacock are doing that, they're wrong
Yeah,
because everybody doesn't watch the same thing. Everybody doesn't like the same programming. Y'all watch stuff that I don't look at sometimes.
absolutely.
Some people look at Tyler Perry things I don't watch. So you can't say, well, because they put this out, they can't put that out, or
Right.
we're gonna rush this because of this. And it could be on the same platform. That doesn't
Exactly.
have anything. It's you know how many things is on Peacock? I go on Peacock every day. There's a lot of stuff on there.
And they just
So
did the fight night the first three, but I don't think they're going. I don't think they.
no,
It doesn't feel like they're about to rush that like
no,
that. I
no, no,
think it's
no.
just
I
one,
listened to
right?
Will Packer and Kevin Hart were on the Breakfast Club,
Oh,
and
okay.
Will Packer said they put out the first 3, and then
Okay.
it's going to be one episode per week after that. I said,
That's
"Thank you,
what
Will." I'm
that's what
screaming at
Bel-Air
my
should have
phone
been. Mm-hmm.
like I'm in the room with him. I'm screaming at him, "Thank you, Will. Thank you for doing that."
Mm-hmm.
Because who run the Peacock the Bel Air division for Peacock,
Yep.
they messed up on that one because
They
now
did.
because what's going to happen, and I don't want to spend the whole time talking about it, but
Yeah,
what's
we're
going
gonna
to
get into it in a minute.
happen
Mm-hmm.
is now we don't rush through the show. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't recap it. Even if we wasn't recapping it, we just watching it as fans, just sitting home on our sofa, our popcorn watching it. Now I done forgot all about the shit and I'm moving on to the next thing.
Yep.
I didn't get a chance to let it marinate. When you
Yeah,
cooking
because
food, you have
it
to let
should
it
have ran
marinate, right? You
from.
can't rush the food. So why are you rushing the show?
Gotta let the
You gotta
flavors
let the
seep in
see. You
there.
gotta marinate your chicken. You gotta let the
Mm-hmm.
seasons get up all up in the
Mm-hmm.
pork chops. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
We were supposed to be going from August to October, and now look, 4 weeks, we
it
done.
would have been better for them if they did that because that would have made people kept keeping their
Yep.
subscription open for Peacock. They might say, "Oh, I only turn this on for Bel-Air. Now it's off. I'm gonna shut it off."
Or
You know,
switch to the free one. I don't even know what's on the free level anymore.
I don't know.
But
I mean, yeah.
if they still have it, I don't even know if they have it the free level.
They did it for a long time. They might,
Yeah.
but they did it for a long time because trying to get people to get it. But I just think that
Hmm.
they rushed it and they shouldn't have rushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the seasons, Candy. I definitely am. I don't have no complaints on anything as far as the development of the show.
Yep.
I'm just talking about whoever's in charge of who puts the shows out and when it goes out. That was my only.
Everything else was good. The actors were good. The storyline was good.
Mhm, mhm.
The cinematography, the background, the wardrobe, everything
Right,
was like it's good. It was
right,
good. It was just
right.
like, hurry up, eat up. I was like,
It's like they give you the food, right? And then they hurry up and eat because we got the next group of people coming in here.
yep,
So we
we
need you to
got
hurry up
10
and
minutes.
yeah, you got 10 minutes. That's how I felt. Yeah, so I probably won't even think about. I mean,
Not
after
till
it's over,
next
I'm
season.
not the next, and then I'll probably rewatch it then again
Yeah, I'll
at that
rewatch
time.
it.
But I mean, it
And
is
I ain't
what
gonna
it is.
binge it then. Not like that. I might watch like two a day or something like that to get through it
Now
that
they
way.
better not
But
do that. This better be a one and done.
I
Maybe
hope
this was an
so.
experiment to see. They better not do it again the next season because then
Yeah,
I'm
because
be
everybody
like,
keeps saying maybe it was the writer's strike. I don't really
it
know
could
what
have
the
been that
reason
they
was.
had the writers and the actor strike going on at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. So maybe, but that had, but they've been off the strike for a long time. So it's
I
not
have
like,
no idea.
so what was the reason to rush it right now? They could have had this going at the same time as Fight Night, same time as
Mm-hmm.
Power on another network. All these things because
Mm-hmm.
people watch more than one show at a time.
I was planning on watching them all together, but it's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's all right.
I got a lot of shows I'm watching on multiple platforms. It's going to be all
Mm-hmm.
this month. I know Shayna keeps saying there's nothing on TV, but I don't know what she's watching. But there's plenty to watch. So
And
many
she said that,
documentaries.
but now all the reality stuff is coming back next month. So now she about to be
I
overwhelmed.
think I think she's when she says that, I think she meant just reality shows. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what she meant because there's plenty of things, like because I'm not just sticking on
And even
one.
Love and Marriage Detroit came back.
I'm not just
I'm gonna
sticking on
watch it
one thing.
again, even
I'm
though the
doing
first season
all
wasn't
type of
good.
stuff. Oh,
All
I'm not
right,
watching. I'm not doing Detroit. I'm not even looking at it. No,
I'm gonna
I'm not.
watch it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch it. I
I probably
watched
won't
last
even watch
season.
it. Yeah, because I didn't even finish the last season. I cut out
Oh, okay.
at like early on. But anyway,
I'm gonna put
um,
our little.
yeah, let's get
Is this the
into.
right one? Yeah. I just got a couple little photos. Now I don't do too much, just a little bit, just the bare
Mhm.
minimum.
No, it's enough so that we have something to talk about.
And
Mhm.
we just gonna go by characters. Hey, Barbara Johnson, and then when
Hey, Barbara.
Shayna gets in, I'll patch her in. So the way I broke it up is I broke it into like, the least to the biggest characters. So if we're gonna talk about Jeffrey, Frederick, and Penelope. So this is just episode 9, which was titled Family Matters. We have Frederick is still gambling and he ends up getting his butt beat. And Jeffrey can't figure out who it is, but Penelope is kind of telling him, which I had said before, that he wants to be like his dad, even though Jeffrey's not that person anymore. And they kind of want to let him know that, he's different now. She suggests that, they run away because he was, I think they sat him down and kind of had that conversation with him and was like, it's dangerous. We don't do those things anymore. I've changed. Um, and she wants to run away. And at first he kind of dusted off. He sits down and has the conversation with Phil because Phil is going through the stuff with Will and the Campbell site, and he's going through the stuff with Frederick. So they said they're going to be there for each other and be better role models for the boys. But we find out that Jeffrey's deal with Roman, well, I think his name was Roman, was no good, and that's why Frederick got beat up. And Penelope was supposed to set Jeffrey up, but he was like, trust me. So it looks like they was about to run at the end of episode 9. That was all my quick little summary of Jeffrey, Frederick, and Penelope. You have any thoughts on that situation or anything that went on there?
I had a feeling from the jump that she was involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never cared for her. For some reason, I had a feeling she was involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's bring Shayna to the stage.
She found the link because I was just trying to send it to her. She said she couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh, she
ladies.
could have.
Yeah, I
Did you
found
text
it.
me and I didn't see it? Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't pay attention to my phone either when I'm on the live. Sorry, y'all.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
struggling. Couldn't find the link. The kids is
It's all
loud.
right. We really, really just got started. We're doing episode 9, Family Matters, and we're doing character by character, like the highlights. So we were just talking about Jeffrey, Frederick, and Penelope and everything that happened with them in episode 9. The gambling, him getting beat up, the Roman thing, her setting Jeffrey up. Is basically what we would discuss. I was just getting Inga's thoughts on that situation.
Oh, okay.
Any thoughts from you?
With Jeffrey and
With
Penelope?
Jeffrey, Penelope, and Frederick.
And we just on episode 9.
Yeah.
I don't trust that Penelope. I don't trust
That's
Penelope.
what Inga just said.
Yeah, I ain't never liked her.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, when they was dirty whining in the club, I was like, okay. But now I'm like, I don't see it for her. When they was walking down that street and that van was following them and she knew about it, I said she just as bad as Carlton's girlfriend. Maybe
Child,
worse.
listen. Jeffrey was like, we gonna act like you don't see that van behind us? Like, what's going on?
And then she said, oh, they didn't accept his offer, they didn't accept the money. Who is they? Because I feel like they is OG Jeffrey. And at this point, OG Jeffrey is just working with Penelope. Ain't no they, them. It's him and Penelope just working together.
It could be. And I still don't trust Frederick either, because even though it kind of
he in on it.
Yeah, because they kind of made it seem like, oh, he was only talking to his mom. I'm like, it's more than that.
No, right. Yeah, he was talking to his mom, and the mom was talking. And OG Jeffrey was talking through the mom.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, he's in on it, because I feel like he didn't know Jeffrey. He doesn't really have a real relationship with him. He's just getting to know him. So,
So you think she's just harboring some bad feelings for what happened? And so she was like, I'm gonna get my little get back.
That she might be getting some money out of it. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I wanted Jeffrey to have a real love interest, but no.
I know they did poor Jeffrey bad. I was like, well,
yeah, no,
this
lady's a snake. This lady's a snake. Yeah, I don't trust her.
So next we had Hillary and Jazz. So Hillary is still trying to plan this rushed wedding in Martha's Vineyard. Ivy is driving the poor wedding planner crazy when she gets the message from Will. So she goes to join him at the precinct, and Will uses money from the Black Access account to get him out, but he needs Hillary because, he's not an adult. Now they getting ready to go, and Miss Yolanda shows up to pick up Jazz. And Hillary shows up later, and they agree to one more night, because baby, when she seen Yolanda, Hillary was shook. Okay, Hillary was like, this not what I'm used to. Because Jazz always be having a little girlfriend, but Yolanda has a little more substance to her, so she was not feeling it. So they had a little smoke, they hung out, and then she admitted that she runs because she's scared, to fail, heartbreak, all the things. And he says, he is proud, he's too proud, and he lets his ego get in the way. So they spend one last night together. Supposedly they didn't do nothing, and then the next morning they say their goodbyes. This is for episode 9. Any final thoughts on Hillary and Jazz? Inga?
Hillary and Jazz.
Yeah.
No, it was obviously this thing is not over. Obviously, we know this thing is not over with. But as far as just this little part right here, I mean, I guess for her at that particular time, I guess you feel okay. It's over with now. So
I actually like Yolanda for him, as long as she don't pull no fast ones.
Yeah, yeah, we have to see, but we need to see some other new characters because I'm tired of everybody, switching,
Just dating the same
men's and
people.
women's with each other, sharing dingalings and all kind of stuff. It's too much. Yeah, everybody's sharing each other, so they're bringing
Yeah.
Wait,
some different.
Kira,
So
why does Kira like Yolanda with him though? We don't know enough about her to like her yet.
Well, I said I like Yolanda with him thus far. She hadn't done nothing yet. I hope she don't pull a fast one on me and be like, ha ha ha, gotcha, gimme gotcha. I don't know. She seems cool. You don't like Yolanda?
yeah, we don't know enough about her yet
I feel
either. Too.
indifferent. Yeah, I don't feel no way about it because we don't know anything about her, like nothing at all.
It was kind of like the same thing with LaMarcus. When we first got LaMarcus, I was like, because I kind of was feeling like, oh, he's too good to be true, and it
Yeah,
just ended up they just pulling a Trevor on
we
us.
haven't even seen like Yolanda. We haven't seen them go on a date like we
No, I
haven't
think
seen
it's all
any
fresh
of
right
I
now.
feel
anything.
like when it comes
Yeah,
to Hillary and Jazz, like most of their issues come from the fact that they're so different that I
yeah.
feel like they're a little more like-minded and into the same things. Even though
Yeah.
sometimes opposite attracts thing kind of does work too, but I
I
just
don't
don't
know
want
if
to
it
keep,
works long term.
I just don't want to keep hearing them crying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
either they're
Yeah,
gonna get
but
it
we can see
together.
it's not gonna last. Now that
Mm,
we already know about Trevor, whatever his name is, Lamarcus, that they're gonna be back together.
I was gonna say they're giving her opportunity
Oh
to spin the
goodness.
block and I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Jazz and I was team
Oh yeah,
Jazz, but then I'm
yeah,
like,
she's
I
great.
like Jazz. Yeah, I'm not mad if they
Oh
do it.
yeah,
Even
I
if
like
they are
Lamarcus
together, I'm
too.
not mad about it.
Yeah, I like Lamarcus too. But she does.
Yeah,
She has more chemistry with Jazz. But I mean, I like her and Lamarcus.
yeah, she does, but I don't know. I
I mean,
don't
her
know.
going back and getting closure. Wait, were we there yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She spent the
Yeah,
night. She spent
yeah.
the
With
night
her
for
going back
closure.
and doing that, it's like, yeah, just be single or be with Jazz. Like, you don't really want. She should have never even married. At least she married him before. Well, we'll get to episodes in. But I'm
Yeah.
like, she shouldn't even. Because why are you even? I'm not thinking about no closure, and I'm about to get married.
Yeah.
yeah. But see, that means she ain't really had no damn
She,
closure.
yeah,
She
she not
wasn't
ready.
really. She
She
wasn't
wasn't
really.
ready.
She cared for Lamarcus. I don't think she loved Lamarcus. That's a
Yeah,
big
right.
difference. You can, a lot of people be getting married and they not really in love.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
feel
know if
like
she
she
really
did
loved him.
because she kind of knew him from before, you know what I'm saying? And they dated before, but I just feel like she rushed it once her and Jazz had that little bump. That's what I'm saying. They're so different. They had that little bump in the road and then she just automatically ran off and next thing you know, she was with LaMarcus. I'm
That's why I
like,
agree with Inga. Like, I think she had
y'all
love
not gonna
for
work it out?
him and cared about him because of their past and their parents getting along and all that. But, like, she wasn't in love with him.
Okay, that's fair. Sally says, I've always heard opposites attract but don't stay together. Yeah,
But that's not true because opposites.
sometimes.
No, the person I'm with now, we definitely opposites. He ain't that nigga ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Opposites
Yeah, you'll have
do
to have
attract. You know what I'm
something
saying? Yeah,
something that
yeah.
y'all are similar on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
Yeah.
we got some similar. We ain't
yeah,
total
it's
opposites, but
not
we
total
definitely are
opposites because
opposites.
you gotta have
I'm
that
more of a, yeah, I'm more outgoing than he is. So
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
I
more
think the
I feel
person that they have to allow you to be, like, if they're opposite, like, they have to allow you, got to be able to be yourself around them. Like, I feel like they just butt heads too much. Like, she had to scale back and couldn't really be like herself. Like, he was trying to be somebody else to impress her.
mhm.
Like, if you're going to be opposites attract, like, I still have to be able to be my authentic self around you, and you have
right.
to
You have
allow
to
me to
accept
do
me
that.
how I am. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And I have to accept
Yeah.
you how you are. Right. You
And
can't be trying to put on airs for people and stuff. No.
I feel like your values have to be aligned. Like your
Right.
personalities could be opposite, but your values have to be aligned. Like
Mm-hmm.
one person could be outgoing and one person could be an introvert, and that's fine. But if your values ain't the same, it ain't gonna work. You got to be aligned on
Right.
like
You
the
got
core.
some you might be opposites on some things, but you got
Yes.
to have your some morals and things got to be
Got to
in line
line
with
Y'all
up.
something.
cannot be opposites. Y'all can be, not even be opposites. I feel like if a man is in a place where he doesn't feel like he's on your level, he like may think you're too good for him,
right.
it's not going to work. If he doesn't feel like he's where he needs to be, especially financially, it's not going to work
Yeah,
whether you're opposites or not.
that's
And that's what
true.
And
his
the
problem was.
financial thing is not
Yeah,
a big thing with me, but it's the
Right.
Jazz was so insecure
Right.
with
Because it wasn't for
himself.
yeah.
her,
That's
but
a
it was
big
for
that
him.
would be a
Yeah.
big issue for me. Like I
Because
need
she
my
Men
needs
man
the
are
to
when
be
they
money.
money ain't
confident.
right. Yeah,
The
when they
money
money ain't
ain't
right,
got
they
to be
are.
all of that, but you got to be confident as a man.
Right. When that
And
car
he
got
yeah.
declined, he just
Yeah,
Oh,
but I like
baby.
Jazz though. I want the best for him. I want something good for happening to him. So yeah, I like Jazz. Now maybe it's not Hillary. Maybe it is Yolanda, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I want him to have a good, something good for himself. So
Because Hillary comes from money, so she can't help that. Like, even though she
right.
stepped out on her own to do things, like
mhm.
it is what it is. She
Yeah.
It
can't
is what it
change
is.
that.
Even before with
So,
his taxes, she was like, when she called her dad, he was like, "Oh, you got your dad to save the day," and it's like, like
that's what we
anytime she'll try to
do,
help him, yeah, like he's
right?
not going. It's going to be an issue because he just doesn't feel like he's on her level.
Yeah.
That's his personal problem.
Yeah, because they could have done it in a way where we're not trying to diminish your manhood, but if you wanted to
Right.
be alone or something like that, where you pay it back and do it that way, that would make you feel better than do it that way. Or if you want to go in a partnership, there's different ways to work things out, but he just wasn't very receptive to that, and that's like he said, his
Yeah.
pride and his ego that he kind of just could never seem to move past. So
Right.
And he always waits too late to say something. Like he always takes too long to say something.
well, Hillary was doing the same thing with him too,
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's
she was trying to keep him in the
Jazz
closet.
is good.
So
I think
Ivy
Jazz
pushed
is a
up.
good guy. I think Jazz is a good guy.
Hmm.
He just a little insecure. Um, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times men have an issue with that. It's more they have the issue than the women have the issue.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
So
but if it wasn't
Because they're
being for
supposed to be the providers and things, and he just
yes, but
felt
if it wasn't for
emasculated, I
Ivy,
guess.
she
but
would have still been
something
trying
it's
to
not
hide Jazz in the closet.
and nowadays, Shayna, this
Yeah, they
that's
don't care
the
anymore.
thing had the thing no, I'm saying thing has flipped now, but sometimes the
Yeah.
women just provide it. So that's not even an issue.
Yeah.
Is that I'm saying his confidence is was
Because
Hmm.
I
is
think they
low.
still feel, back in the mind, it still has that like we still put them those gender roles. Like even we try
Right.
not to, it's still there.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
so, I
because
feel
you
like
can
he felt
still
like he
be a
should be a
man
provider.
even if the roles have reversed, and the man might be the one taking care of the kids, staying home, whatever. Still, you supposed to be a man. He's I like Jazz. He just gotta
He's
figure his. He's
insecure
gotta.
Yeah,
He
he's
financially.
just gotta
insecure.
figure
Yeah,
himself
I
out.
think he
Yeah.
wants to be that provider, though. I don't think he,
Yeah.
some men are just
Oh,
fine
he's
with
not
being
a
like that
bum. I don't know.
submissive.
He's
Right.
not a bum. He
Yeah, I
just
think he wants to be that. He's just
yeah.
not in that place right now.
Well, that's right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Right. Well.
So then we got I put Lisa and Pops. I always forget, is the father's name Fred? I always forget what
Yeah.
Lisa's
Fred.
Fred. Okay,
Fred.
so
Yeah.
she is, reeling after seeing and saving Amira in the pool. Like that's all she could really see. And Carlton ends up blowing up Will's spot about the whole fire. Well, not all the way, but he brings that up in front of Lisa. And she's had enough. She's got too much on her plate. She's not sure if she wants to continue her training for nationals. And she talks to Aunt Viv about it after she talks to Aunt Viv about it to get Aunt Viv to talk. Well, she just talks to Aunt Viv because last time she talked to the dad, that didn't go well. So Will goes to pay the father a visit. And we'll get into that in his section, but Will later on apologizes and says that he welcomes no, wrong person. The father, not Will. Pops apologizes to Viv and says he welcomes any, help that she can
I'm
give
glad he
in the new
changed.
wife and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he shows up for the healing circle for Amira to support Lisa, where Will also apologizes and said he wants to be there for her and he gives her a hug and all of the things. And then they just kind of sit around and Will and Lisa are sharing positive words about the person that Amira is and how she helped them to face some things. I said, baby, the way they was
Please
talking,
say something,
I
please,
thought
Miss
this
Girl.
girl was gone.
I know you got your thing. I'm sorry. Can I just ask this? Maybe it's just me, and y'all can tell me that I'm wrong and tell me why I'm wrong. Why? When did all of a sudden Amir is all this great person? And everybody, when did all this happen? Because we must have missed an episode somewhere. We must have missed a scene somewhere. I ain't see. I must have went to the bathroom and I missed it. Because when is she all of that everybody's loving up on her now?
I feel like it's all in support of Carlton. Now, Lisa and Amira did become friends, which I was always kind of weird about. But the two of them did become friends. I don't know how she had time with a man and nationals and a baby, but somehow they was cool. And then I think honestly, like I said, Will is just trying to, Will doesn't like to ruffle feathers. So I think it's really for him, it's just in support of Carlton. I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay, I'm about to say, because all of them saying all this nice stuff. This girl was not all nice. She was a bitch. I mean, she was very
Will said was like, oh, she kind of kept him in line or something like that. Like, yeah.
It was like when people passed away.
But now that you said this, that they did it in support of Will, just like Fred did in support of Lisa. He ain't know Amir from a can of pork and beans, so he didn't. So what I get what you're saying, because I'm questioning like.
Look, that's why I put it in the Fred and Lisa section, because he had some changes to make within himself too. But yeah, he just showing up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Shayna done ran from the car. Now she in the living room. I'm done with my rant on Amir because I'm done with her. I hope we never see her no more.
Speak on that too. I feel like it's when people pass away. Like we can't be completely done with her yet. We almost done with her.
I mean, you think she gonna come back for season 4? We don't need her no more.
I don't know, but we still gotta talk about her in episode 10.
For episode 10, but yeah, I feel like
it's like when people pass away though, like people are gonna say nice things, like okay, she almost drowned in the pool. Like now ain't the time. Like they just gotta read the room.
And that's why I got confused. We're gonna get into it when we talk about Will and Carlton, but when they were like saying all this stuff, I'm like, wait, did she die and I missed it? Because I thought she just was at the house. Why are we having like this big group thing to honor? Okay, I don't know. I don't know anybody.
It's just, I guess, because she relapsed. Like, I mean, the fact she relapsed again, and that's what they're there for. But at least Will didn't say anything. He wasn't fake. He was like, she, held me accountable, and she did.
Right. Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna say the things that I can say. Like, oh, that's a nice dress. That's
I don't know, Carlton. I don't know. It's hard for me to like Carlton again after that. Like, you really blaming Will for this? Like, your girlfriend is the crackhead. Had she not been doing that on that stuff, then I mean, there wouldn't be nothing for him to say.
Well, we can see that clearly, but Carlton, I guess, is still like in a place of healing, so he can't see the forest for the trees because, like, he had come a long way, and Will had come a long way, and now he just allowed Amira to come in and like, rock the boat. So there's that. Any final words for Lisa and Mr. Fred? Like I said, I stumbled over my words, but that's all I was trying to get to.
I'm glad he changed his ways.
Yeah.
We don't know if he changed them for good yet. He might go back to his
not for good. I mean, at least for this episode.
I want to see him interact with that wife. Like, are you really worrying about her postpartum?
Be honest with you, they didn't even have to write that into the story because no one cares about that lady.
It don't sound like he's never home. As long as he gets us some therapy, it don't sound like he's going to be the one to support her.
It made sense for them to write that in because it explained why Lisa was always with her. But we barely see Lisa with a little brother.
No, she just had that daggone baby bag all the time. They said we don't got the budget for no baby actor. We just
well, they gonna get a budget now.
I know, we got a budget now.
Mad. Little Nikki is making an appearance.
Baby, no. Why do we have to do that? Oh,
we really could have left that out. We really could have left that out.
They're sticking with the show. So
I know. Y'all were talking about it when you and EJ and everybody did the live, and I was like, please don't add that into this story. But I guess I was
left it out. Because they did things out of context. Like, Lisa shouldn't have been there from episode 1 to begin with.
No.
And then it was like...
And dating Carlton.
Right. Well, so it's like we mixing it up anyway. So
they only gonna have so many seasons and they cramming so many. Remember now, Fresh Prince will have 20-something episodes. So they had a chance to... in one season would be 20-something episodes. So they had time to... flush out through all the stories.
Keep like the meat, but it's like, even with Jazz and Hillary, that didn't come till later on. So it was
Yeah,
like
but we
we
ain't gonna
starting
have that
off.
many seasons, Shane. It's not gonna be 20 seasons of the show. It's only gonna be
Yeah,
probably
but that's
four
why
or
we're
five
saying
seasons.
you can leave
Yeah.
things out. It's okay to leave things
That's why we
out.
could
They
have left
could have
Nikki.
left.
Yeah, we could have left Nikki out.
But
Yeah.
Nikki for sure. I'm alright with everybody else. I just
Yeah,
don't care.
because Nikki wasn't needed in the first. I mean, I guess we had to add him because Aunt OG Aunt
She
Viv was
wasn't needed
pregnant,
the first time
but we
around.
didn't need. Yeah,
The
we
only
could have been
reason why
pulling
they
Elisa's
added
little
Nikki
brother.
is because the
OG
dark skin
Aunt Viv
Aunt
was
Viv was
pregnant.
pregnant in real
Right.
life, and they had to, how you gonna explain this woman is huge and
Hmm.
pregnant? So they had to add that in. Otherwise, we
You
didn't
gotta do it
even
like
need a
them
little
other
Nikki.
shows and sit her behind something all the time. Like, why is she always sitting behind
That was
something?
so annoying.
Oh, that was
Like we ain't
Claire
gonna skip.
Huxtable. Claire
Yeah,
Huxtable. Felicia Rashad was pregnant at the time, and they
yeah.
was always showing her behind a
They always
plant
do it. They
or
did it
behind
on
a sofa.
Scandal.
Yeah, they did it on many other shows. They've
Yeah,
done
I'm
it
like,
before. But I guess
and
they
every time it
decided to
never
go
makes
ahead and
sense.
add that in. But we didn't need Nikki. I don't mean no harm. I can't
Yeah.
remember no major scenes with that little boy. Nope.
No, he just
Just the
he was
No,
cute.
actor.
no,
That was
yeah,
it.
Yeah, he
yeah.
was cute, but that was but that's well anyway. And then I guess I'm always just tired of them wanting to make all the women damn pregnant. God damn.
Right.
Look, we can't get past everything. We got past the cheating. So they were like, look, we didn't give you the cheating, we gonna give you the baby. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
even though
mean,
there was
they
no
always
cheating
want to knock a
on the
woman up instead
OG.
of letting her have a career and be a boss and say she always got to be pregnant.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
you know.
Mm.
And then it's like Hillary's grown. Like pregnant? No. Mm-mm.
That lady got to be damn near 50 years old. Why you close to
Yeah,
it?
and I
What
gotta start all
what
over again.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You gonna find me in the bathroom crying somewhere. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I really had to say about it. I think I have fumbled over my words, but that's all I was trying to say is that Aunt Viv paid him a visit and he got his act together. Now we got to move on to Will and Carlton. So Will feels badly about what happened with Amira. He tries to check in with Lisa and Carlton, but he's also trying to keep Black Sess afloat because there's deals that are coming in. And Carlton lashes out and basically says it's all his fault. Basketball, Phil's business. And now Amira. This is where we started. Carlton started to lose us all, and we was all mad at Carlton all over again. He tells him he's just like his dad, and these two almost get physical. Viv, Uncle Phil got to come in, sit them down, have a conversation. That's when he blows up Will's spot about Campbell Square. So Viv pulls him to the side, talks to him about it. She's frustrated and says he doesn't face consequences. So he decides to do that by visiting Lisa's dad and confessing. Now he's going to face consequences, but he's not going to have any jail time. And Uncle Phil says he's proud of how far he's come. Do we have anything else with Will and Carlton? Let's check the notes. Oh, so Carlton is unraveling because Amira's folks won't let him see her. Then we found out later when he leaves flowers for her that they don't have an issue with him, that she just needs to heal. And also she has no sister.
Which
We
we
all
knew
said this,
that.
either she was going to
Right.
have no sister or she was going to be responsible for the sister passing.
No, we
Um,
knew she had no sister. No,
I
I don't
thought
think
Mm-hmm.
nobody on these YouTube platforms believes she had no sister. I
I
don't
was
believe.
Mm-hmm.
50-50. I said if she got one, she's responsible for what happened to her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Or
what
she's
did
still
I
happen
ain't
alive
is
and
had
walking
one.
around.
yeah. Well, I said what did happen is Amira had a bad car accident which left her addicted to the pain medication. Um
So she
Carlton
just going
had
around
been
lying because she's on the drugs,
yeah.
So
Not I'm surprised
I'm
she got
surprised she got a mama. I'm like, no, that's right.
somebody was paying for that expensive rehab.
Right.
So Carlton has been clean for 72 days and tries to go and get some product from Connor, who I can't stand Connor, but I was so glad that he didn't help him and
I
he
was
didn't want
proud of
any part
him.
of putting
Mhm.
him back on that path. So he goes and gets some from somebody else, but we don't see like what happens until he finally shows up to Amira's healing circle and talks about wanting to quit rehab the first day and kind of her helping him through it, and that he wants to remember her, like she reminded him of his strength. He wants her to remember her strength like she gave him. And then we see a flashback to see that he did not actually take the cocoa. Hallelujah. Thank you be to Jesus. Um
Mhm. Yeah, I'm glad he did.
Was
and that's
it
what I
me?
had in my notes. I thought
That
she was
scene
going the
dragged
way they were
on.
talking. Huh?
I felt like that scene was it me? I felt like that whole, him not taking the cocaine scene just dragged on a little long. Like, did he
It
take it or
did.
not?
When he
Yeah,
was sitting in the car.
yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
okay, I know y'all
And
trying
then
to
they
build
had
up
Will
suspense,
going up to the
but
car, but it was really the dad's car and not his car. I was like, what is going on here?
yeah, we couldn't have filled it up with something else. I guess. I mean, I just,
It was to give you anticipation. So the next day, Aunt Viv is reflecting on being a mom and looking at a mirror and being grateful that her child is here because that could be her child. He tells her he loves her and how her text messages helped him through not taking the stuff. And she says she'll never give up on him. So he apologizes to Will. Will goes ahead and chooses one investor in the midst of Carlton being all screwed up. Carlton is proud, but then we find out that Upfront Capital is run by Drew's dad. Drew returns. We said, "Oh damn, Trent is the father," and I was like, "Oh boy." I just knew. I was like, "You guys two couldn't get along in school."
right.
He's an a-hole too.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. And then
Mhm.
the last thing I had is a miscellaneous. We saw Uncle Phil go meet with Yolanda to work something out, but we didn't find out. But that was the end of episode 9. Any final thoughts for episode 9 on Will and Carlton and their whole little
I did
kerfuffle?
not like Drew at all. You know,
No.
No.
they didn't have to
No.
bring him back as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there wasn't a need.
And we
They
just
didn't
was
have
talking
that
about
need.
him too. That's so funny when they were talking about Lisa dating him.
Unless they're trying to build something up for next season. I did think it
I
was
don't think
funny when
so.
he was like, "Okay, I guess Carlton's gonna put Ninja on the shirt." I'm like,
Yeah,
It's like,
I
sir.
see,
yeah,
Drew is the kind of guy that needs to be punched in the face. He needs to
Yeah.
be punched in the face.
yeah,
He's not gonna stop till you give him a 2-piece and a biscuit because he's just gonna keep on
that
and
didn't stop
on.
him because Carlton did, and he's still going on.
Sure did put
Right.
them paws on him. He's like, I'm still talking,
And
still
Carlton
standing.
brought it back up,
Mhm.
like to remind him, and he still was going on.
Right.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed. Yeah, I was glad. Carlton made me really upset in episode 9 because I know Inga was sick of Carlton in season 1, and I think we all were.
yeah,
And
we
I
all
kind of
were.
was like 50-50 with him in season 2 because he struggled
Yeah,
with his issues. But like we were just warming, and I think Shayna said something too. We were all just warming up to Carlton, and then all of a sudden it's like, now you gonna come at Will like that on the strength of this woman. But
right. And
sometimes
yeah, because it's not even like he just did that. Like it's like you outed him in front of his dad, had him making a hasty decision to go run his mouth. He could have really did some time behind that.
Right.
Like you really, why did you do that? Like that was just, especially when Carlson's the one who told him to wait until after they had their presentation. So it was like that was just corny. I didn't like that. He can't be
yeah.
tried. If I was Will, I wouldn't tell him anything else. Like stop telling Carlson stuff because on Mad Day he gonna expose you.
Yeah. And I think he didn't want to tell Carlton, but Carlton just kind of figured, I think that's what happened. He kind of figured like something was up by the way he was moving because Will does not have a poker face at
No.
all.
And I still wouldn't have told him. Like, well, you can sit here and try to figure it out, but I'm not telling you the details.
Sir, I don't know. You
Yeah,
figure
I'm
it
not.
out.
I'm not telling you. You can't be trusted.
Lord Jesus. Lord, Lord,
Mm-mm.
Lord. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just glad that they were able to work it out. But I feel like honestly, if it wasn't for Will being like the person that he is, that's so forgiving, that just
Right.
don't want to like harp or dwell on anything, we could have been in a whole different position.
And
Because
that needs to be mentioned. Like, I wish Carlson would bring that up because it's like, okay, you're always talking about what he's doing that's, that you don't like, but you're never saying mentioning that because
Right.
I would have been holding on to that a little bit longer.
yep,
Now, Carlson
yep,
did come through. Like, I was just warming up to him because he's the whole reason why they even doing Black Cess in the first place.
right.
But then every time he turns right around and ruins it. Like, I know that you have a lot going on, and
Mhm.
even
We blame
Connor,
it.
I was more impressed with him. Connor was like, I don't want to be the reason why you relapse. Like, even he's
Right.
more likable right now than you are, Carlton.
Right. He was like
Right.
70,
Right.
30
I
days.
was proud of him for, you know, doing the right thing.
Hmm.
Um, but
I mean, look, ain't one like he needed the money, but I was like, oh Lord.
Right.
Connor is always there for the shenanigans, but he was like, "Ooh, 72 days? Like, I can't be the
Yeah, I
one.
can't be the one. I'm not getting behind that.
Get somebody else to do it." And look, and he
Right.
did.
Right. I was gonna say they're gonna always find a way now.
oh no, if
Carlton
you
was
don't
like,
want to give it
"Okay."
to me, I can find somebody else. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Crazy,
it's out
crazy,
there.
crazy.
So
Now for episode 10, I took very minimal amount of notes. It's not a whole lot to talk about because the whole episode was mainly the wedding. So that was called Save the Best for Last. Hillary's getting married in 2 days, so everybody was kind of scrambling around trying to get ready to head to Martha's Vineyard. she can't find her ring. Immediately when she couldn't find that ring, I already knew where the ring was at. I was like,
Right.
y'all,
I'm like,
y'all
why
could be
did she
fooled.
think? And they just wanted to, build up. But it just
Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't retrace her
Yeah.
steps at all.
Yeah.
At all. So
Yeah.
they're
She
sitting there.
at least if she would have called Jazz and he would have been like, "Oh, I don't see it because it was
Right.
in the shoe." That would have been
And
like,
then he found
okay.
it in the
She didn't
shoe.
even call him. Like,
Nope.
come on now.
We already know what it was, but they want to be dramatic and, like you said, stretch the whole thing out. So they're putting. I think the families or the mom wasn't there yet. Lamarcus's mom, but everybody else is sitting there like putting things together. They're doing the programs and the gift bags and all that stuff, and they're kind of giving them advice, talking ish. Viv talking about you got to remember that the 3 rings: the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. I said not the suffering, Viv. Did she tell Lamarcus she's getting the ring cleaned, which I was like, I don't know how she thought she was gonna get past that.
Right.
And Aunt Viv is kind of like, oh, you guys can tackle anything as long as you're on the same page. His dad is saying don't let things fester, but then the dad going to spill the tea when they walking away about Phil and Erica. And Uncle Phil was like, no, you had too many margaritas. I was like, oh.
Right. He was loud about it. Like, come on now. Our adult children.
That's our adult trip. You know what I'm saying? That
right. Leave it out.
What happens in Punta, wherever they was at, stays there.
Right. Like, what does that got to do with them getting married? Why did you want to say that?
Right.
Just running his mouth. What's something to talk about?
Run his mouth.
I think they were trying to say like just getting past things, but she had already said that. So it was like Aunt Viv already said as long as you're on the same page. So
well,
like
he didn't talk about his personal problems instead of exposing somebody else.
Listen, okay. Tell your business. Don't tell my business.
Yeah, I mean, he was loud too. He was super
he like yelled it from the mountaintops. Like, okay.
Hillary was like, they was walking. I think he thought because they was walking over. Hillary was like, that ear was like,
yeah. Well, Aunt Viv later was like, you heard that? Like, how couldn't she?
She was like, I'm gonna get back to that later.
Okay.
So Drew is being a whole pain in the behind. He's talking about he's there to oversee the operations, and Carlton was like, not the overseer. I said, come on, Carlton. So Will, like Carlton's annoyed, and Will is trying to, be Will and trying to get them on the same page, but he's trying to change the color scheme, which they have a whole business plan that speaks to the color scheme. He try to get rid of the crown for Black Cess. It was a whole mess. So then we got to bring up, him getting his. That's when he said the thing about the ninjas on the t-shirt, and Carlton had to remind him like, I kicked your behind before, and he just didn't really care. So later on, Carlton talks to Uncle Phil about getting out of the contract, but he's kind of telling him like, let's stick the course. You can stick it out, try to work together. He says that he has something big planned also. Then we get that scene of Hillary going to talk to the mom about the dad kissing the lady, and she was like, well, she kissed him. I said, I'm glad you said that because Lord only knows. And she's just saying that the lady had a history of overstepping, that marriages go through things, and sometimes it's his fault and sometimes it's your fault, and that a marriage can survive if you make the room for tough conversations. So she's asking her like, did you wish that you didn't know? And she kind of says sometimes. And like I said, this is all what happened before they went to Martha's Vineyard. Not much to talk about. Is there anything that you guys want to add about them little scenes?
Before they got there?
Yeah, with her missing the ring, not knowing where the ring was, the conversation that they had about marriage and Black Cess.
I'm just trying to figure out why was she walking around with this little outfit on.
Who? Hillary?
Hillary, yeah. It's like, where was she?
Hillary always dresses like that.
Yeah.
Hillary
always, she normally dressed like that.
Like, look at her wedding dress. It was cute, but a little short wedding dress. She always showing her figure.
I didn't really like the look.
I didn't like the dress. I ain't like the outfit she wore.
Yeah, I hated
the little short set.
Yeah, I didn't like the bun. I really didn't like anything.
I didn't like none of it. I
was gonna ask about
that headband was awful.
Yeah, that's just me. I ain't saying I'm no fast.
I thought
I just didn't like it.
The way they dressed, I thought that I wasn't picturing that. I was expecting something else.
I ain't like it.
Yeah, it wasn't really the bun. Just really just like, come on.
I liked her wedding dress. I didn't like the bridesmaid
and all that. I just didn't like nothing about that wedding dress.
I would have took the wedding dress because it's like a beach wedding,
right.
But the headpiece and the hair on top, it was just too much.
Yeah, I didn't like the hair, and I didn't like the bridesmaid dress. But I liked her dress for her. So I liked the dress.
I
The
hate
Lawrence
the
report.
dress, but I hate the look
I don't know,
altogether. Just
Lawrence.
I
I
hate
didn't
it.
like her outfit sitting there in front of her parents with the little shorts and the booty shorts and the tube top. I ain't like none of that she had on. But that's just me.
Yeah,
You
but she
know.
always got
That's
on booty shorts. She don't care about
I
that.
mean,
yeah, that's
I'm
her
not.
style of dress.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
would
That's
have
might
took
be
that's
that because they
fashion
was just
though.
at the
You know,
house, but
it
the
might be
wedding dress.
it might be a Timu dress.
not Timu.
Yeah, it might be
Dang,
Timu.
Inga.
You know, I don't know. I mean,
Man
he's saying
down.
fashion there,
Right.
fashion Nova. I'm just joking with.
Not her getting it off of Amazon.
I mean, she might. She might.
Ooh,
I
Sally didn't
mean,
like it either. She said she's a fan of high and low, but
Yeah, it was a whole look combined. It's just I know. I just didn't.
yeah. I just the only thing I didn't like was the hair. Everything
I
else I
hated the
was okay
hair and
with.
the headband. I liked what she had on when she was in the room with that little robe. I like that better than the actual wedding
thank
robe.
you. That's what I'm
Like I
saying.
was
Why
like,
she? That could have
that
been the
was
wedding
better.
gown.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
that was better than.
that's what I'm saying. That's so.
Y'all like the
And
lingerie?
then the
That's what the
hair was
lingerie was
like pinned up.
Fashion
popping.
Like
Nista.
when she had the
I'm
hair
still.
pinned up, I'm like, it's gonna be curly. It's gonna be long or something else. And then like, where did this button come from?
Maybe once everything happened, she was like, "Child, just
I
throw it
just
back
felt
in
like
a
it was.
bun in case he don't show up."
I felt like it was
No.
just too much. Everything with the dress, not even the bun
Yeah.
on the hair. I'm just saying it was just too bit. Like what we doing? One it got straps, then it's off the straps, then we got a tube top, then we got a bow in the back, and it was just too much going on. You got the pearl necklace, but then you got the thing on the headband on top of it. It was too
Yeah, like yeah, because if you got that
much.
headband on, you could take the neck.
I
And then
think
the bun was intentional
I
because it's
like
all big
minimals.
and
I like
shiny and
simple. I don't like
synthetic.
when women wear too much of that all that stuff going on.
That's a big shiny synthetic bun. Like that was a purposeful pick. Like it was intentional. Like if
Yeah.
you
But
gonna
she
have you
is
can
old.
have princess theme with beach too. Like you can't combine the
If
two.
it's a beach theme, then that wasn't the right outfit even for
Yeah,
that. It could. There's many wedding gowns you see for the beach theme. There's something like a little strapless, a little
Hmm.
yeah.
something else. It
If
was
it was me, I
Yeah,
would
she
have
put them
something
taken
straps
that.
flowy.
on.
This
I
was
would
just
have
too much.
taken that dress, but I would have made it longer, like a fishtail kind of at the bottom. That's what I would have gone for. But I know Hillary does like short, so I was like,
Yeah.
it's
Right, because
cool.
then they weren't even on the beach. Like it was like
They wasn't even on
outdoors,
the
but they
beach.
wasn't on. They weren't. And if she
No,
was
they
walking
wasn't
through the
on the
sand,
beach.
then I'd be like,
No, they
okay.
were
Like the
on the
beach is in the
grass in the
background. Yeah,
backyard.
like the
Yeah,
beach is there, but it's not
In the
on
grass
the
in the
beach.
backyard.
Right? Like
they
I
were. They
don't
were on
know.
their property. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it wasn't
Yeah,
like they was
it's
at a
like
venue. That was at
I
their
don't
property.
know.
I'm like
Which was smart.
these people got
Save a
money, boy.
coin.
They got these are that
Yeah,
If
nice
they
house
would have
they
did
had.
something else with the hair, I don't think the dress would have been as noticeable. Maybe she had long
exactly.
hair to cover up those thick straps. It wouldn't have
Oh,
been as noticeable.
oh, okay. So everybody arrives at Martha's Vineyard, and that house looked familiar. Was that the house from Our Kind of People? Was that the house from Summer House? Like I've seen that house somewhere before.
Summer house. I think it's the summer house
Summer
house.
House. Okay,
You
He
I'm
think
said
gonna.
the
Summer
summer
House had
house
that
house.
kind of budget? I don't think so.
So maybe it was
I don't
Our
think
Kind of
Summer House
People.
budgeted like that.
I seen that house on something.
I don't
I
think it
don't
was
know.
Summer House. Definitely not Summer House. I'm trying to
Okay.
think of the first season. Nah, because that kitchen was so tight. I don't think so. Maybe it was our. I don't watch our kind of people, so I don't know about that one.
I don't watch that even.
Yeah, well, they only had one season. They only had one season, and then it was gone. But they were at Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, maybe Our Kind of People. It just looks so familiar, and I have never been to Martha's Vineyard, so it ain't from memory. I know my brother and them have been, and his wife and family, but yeah, that's what I like too. But she like to have them legs out, Sally. She's gonna give you them legs. Um, and Eli was there too.
Even if she gave a short dress with the legs, it could have been anything better than this. That's all I'm saying. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially if we're not going to see her
Yeah,
get married again. Like now we have to have a redo because this is just.
not a redo. So Eli is also at Martha's Vineyard, and I was very aggravated by it. And
yeah, wow, he had to show up there.
Yeah. What was he? I was like, why is he here?
He
I know
said
y'all
his
trying to give
parents.
Ashley a
ironically,
storyline,
they
but
were
come
there at the
on.
same time.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like,
real
come on
convenient.
now.
That's real convenient. You're there at the
And
same
then
time.
okay, fine, y'all there at the same time. But why is he at the wedding now? Like, you know what? It's just
Did he go to the wedding? I think they were just hanging out before and after the wedding. Did he go to the wedding?
when they was all dancing at the reception, he bought her a drink.
Oh, look, I try to wipe that out of my memory because I know they did have a conversation after. Because at first,
yeah, she was drinking champagne.
Yeah, he snuck her a drink at the reception.
yeah, I forgot
I
about
don't
that.
like this kid.
I don't like Eli either because he, like Uncle Phil said in either episode 7 or 8, he a little too slick for me. And I want to talk about,
Yeah.
well, I like you and you like me and we like what we like. And then she, at
And it
first she
just
wanted
don't
to
make
keep
no
it a
damn
secret.
sense. I like boys and you like girls and we like each other. Like, we really could have just left that whole line out. What?
Yeah, there's a reason why they put that in there. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
like,
it's an
right.
agenda on
We
why they
know
put this kind of stuff in there.
we know
So
why he put it in there, but at least
yeah,
make it make sense. He could have just been like, we know that y'all are, bi. You don't have to
Right.
keep saying, like, I feel like people wouldn't naturally
now
keep
you
saying that in
jammed it
normal
in people's face.
conversation.
After a while,
Yeah.
it's become ridiculous.
And people like, I'm like, if you, I don't know, because I'm not in that community, but I feel like if you are, like, you wouldn't have to keep saying it
They don't.
every time you turn
I
around.
don't think
Like,
that
it
they
just
do at
wasn't
all.
necessary.
I
They
felt like
just be living. They just be living
just
their
live
lives.
your life.
I like
Live
you.
your life.
Like, that's how it should be, no matter what the relationship is.
Just
Yeah. I think, I mean, because I guess because it's a TV show, like in real life, they just live their life. They don't be walking around like, oh, I like boys, you like girls. No, you don't do all that. You don't do all of that. Yeah.
It's like y'all like each other, but I don't like y'all together. I barely like
agenda
Ashley.
pushing. Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, I
Really,
agree.
I'm not liking Ashley. And this little boy,
No, I'm not liking Ashley either.
I'm hoping she gets it together because they said she's
No.
supposed to be a freshman in the fall, and then the boys are supposed to be seniors. So I'm hoping once she gets to high school, maybe Carlton and Will can get her ass together because we can't be
Nobody ever
doing all
really
this.
pays attention to her, and that's part of the
I
problem.
know, but I'm hoping like with them in the same school, we can give
They're
Ashley a
gonna be
little.
seniors worrying about themselves like they were in Fresh Prince.
Yeah, poor Ashley. Poor Ashley. She be trying, and I used to like her like season 1 and season 2. That was my
Season 1, I
girl.
like her. Yeah,
She's smelling
I
herself this
liked when
season
she was
because
like woke and like an
yes,
activist, but I guess that was what, it was too much, and it was like, well, we gotta take a
they
sharp
said
turn.
tone
Like,
that down.
yeah, like, so we gonna do this? Then he sneaking her a drink, like, just because he looked 25. I don't know.
My favorite part was either episode 7 or episode 8 when she gonna tell Uncle Phil like I don't dress for your comfort, and he was like,
yeah,
And
she
he
was like,
really
what? And she
didn't
was like,
check
I'm
her
looking
enough.
around to see who you talking to, little girl. I was like, thank you,
Yeah, he
because
didn't really check her enough for me.
Yeah,
well,
that's
no,
right.
but
Yeah,
he made her go
and
change.
she shouldn't have been able to go out. He says, since you
Right.
talking to me disrespectful, now you
Right.
ain't going nowhere. Eli, get out of my house. You ain't going out of his house now.
And Vivian don't never say nothing. I would have been knocking Ashley head between the washer and the dryer by now.
I don't feel like she talked to Aunt Viv like that though.
She was getting a little sassy words. Talking about, oh, you let whatever the girl's name is spend the night. Like, and
Olivia. Yeah.
like, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm grown. You're the child.
I'm the mama.
Yeah,
I run
I
this.
just
You
don't
don't
play
run
that
this.
kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess y'all can call Child Protective Services on me.
Oh, that's why
I just don't play that kind of talking smart and all that.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
not
because I know
cute.
it's a
There's
TV
nothing
show,
funny about
but
it.
like,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be that teenage, sassy.
Right. I was gonna say it's a TV show, but these kids be built different. I don't know what's it the hormones in the food, because that's why I'm kind of glad that I didn't get the daughter that I wanted, because Lord knows you'd be rolling around in here on the
I was
floor.
gonna say, people know. I mean, to say that's why people like, I don't want daughters, because
I
they
didn't
get
want
smart
no
with the
daughter.
hormones.
Yeah.
I didn't either. And,
but boys
Drake
give you a
have
hard
one,
time
but
now too.
They
Some
do.
boys, I ain't
Yeah.
seen everybody's boy.
Yeah.
I
I
went through
wanted
some
3
ups and
boys
downs
and
in the
1
kid.
girl. God said you're gonna take these 3 boys and sit down, and that's what I did. Because
Yeah.
I watched some.
Teenage years is just.
I watched some of my other friends go with that, and their kids is not teenagers yet, and I'm like, we doing this already, and we're not even. Oh God.
Because my son just now getting into the teenage stage, and he already, and I'm like, but my daughter, she's only 3, and she already like, like, girls are just.
That's because she probably trying to keep up with him. Them little ones be trying to keep up with the big siblings.
Yeah, and I'm like, they imitating you, but it's like, I'm grown. Like, I already said I'm gonna have to knock her head between the couch cushions. And I be cussing these kids out. I don't know, like, people be like, I'm gentle.
Gentle parenting is for gentle kids. That's what they say. I don't have gentle kids. My kid, when they gentle, I'm gentle. When they not gentle, then we just gotta all be all rappers in here.
I'm not gonna keep repeating myself for no child. Like, I don't like that. It's gonna sound like Bernie Mac or Samuel L. Jackson living here.
I just, my son tell you, I don't play. So.
Oh Lord. So Jazz finds the
The West
ring.
Coast kids is different. I don't know the West Coast, East Coast.
I was gonna say these East Coast ones ain't that great
Yeah,
either.
nah.
Well, little Ashley was
East
trying it
Coast,
on
my
Fresh
son,
Prince too, but she wasn't nowhere near.
she wasn't like this. She wasn't
No,
like this.
that's because the
Ashley.
This
generations are
actually is
different.
unlikable. Yeah.
These generations are different. Like I said, it's something
Yeah.
in the hormones because these kids be wilding out. Sometimes they don't even be on the parents. You be like, what?
Yeah, right. Because sometimes you can't do everything, and they still, but you can do that when you get out of my house. Anyway.
Yeah, there's some reason they just feel comfortable enough that they think they can just say what they want,
And
and
I
then that's
like
when you got to check them or chin check them if you have
right.
to.
And I like
Okay.
that they express themselves because I feel like when I was growing up, like I wasn't able to express myself in that way. But sometimes it's like everything don't require a conversation or explanation. I'm just saying.
Right.
Like some stuff
Sometimes it
is just
really is just because I said so.
right, exactly. Like do your chores is do your chores. It's not isn't there's not a negotiation involved in
And
it.
all this explanation, like, because people are like, oh, I wish I would have had that. Like, no, because then when you have your own children and you're grown, then that's when you'll see. Like, you're not gonna like it right now, but you're gonna realize it later on.
There's certain conversations I'm willing to have, and it's some that I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's parents discussing
mm-mm.
finances and bill. What are we talking about? And why are we
Not when
talking
they
about it?
little. You ain't talking about
Yeah. Like,
finance. That's not your business. You know what I'm
unless you want to start
saying?
paying
Yeah,
some bills.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Once you are a certain age and you older, then
Yeah,
we
and then
can
we'll
talk
have
about
different
those things.
conversations.
But
As you grow, when you're grown, we're gonna have a different conversation. As we go through life, the
Absolutely.
conversation's gonna change. But while you still a
hmm
teenager,
hmm
mm-mm. I done been punched in my mouth before with a handful of rings.
Child.
yeah,
These
and
kids do not
I know
know.
we supposed to be doing things different in the
Oh
way,
yeah.
see I got older parents, so they old school. They didn't play my
Yeah.
dad didn't play these types of things. So like that Uncle
I
Phil
feel like
thing,
I
if
do
that had
things
been my
I feel
father,
like
he'd be like, your ass ain't going nowhere. You ain't even going out the house.
yeah, exactly.
How
I
you
feel
gonna
like
be
I do
running
things
going
differently, but
around?
sometimes I'd be like, I wish you had your grandparents for parents because y'all just like I'm trying to do better and y'all don't want me to. Y'all want me to bring back old
Yeah.
school parenting.
But there were times when I was an older teen where I felt like I was pushing buttons and doing stuff too. But not to the, I wouldn't be dis or like just going looking at your face like I don't dress for your comfort. Like what?
I could have never even got that out of my
That
mouth.
wouldn't yeah,
I
that
No,
don't
even
wouldn't have thought when it even
yeah,
came from
even
me.
if I said it, I'll be still sitting up here right now with no teeth. You
I
know what
wouldn't
I'm
have got
saying?
the
Yeah.
So
whole
just
sentence out. I
no,
don't
the
what?
whole yeah.
Sometimes you
Mm-mm.
could try things. I guess it depends on the fathers. Because usually I feel like the fathers are more, a little more gentle than the.
Not
I
my
guess it depends on the house. Yeah, because my father was. I remember I snuck out and got a
Yeah, the
belly
fathers are
ring,
usually
and
more
my
gentle
dad was
with the
mad.
daughters.
My dad was so upset when I snuck out and got that belly piercing. But I'm like,
No,
it's done now.
my mother was a soft. It was my dad that was the disciplinary person.
No, my mom
Oh,
wasn't no
okay.
nonsense. That's how I was always
Mhm.
more with my dad. But now if I sound just like her,
You're like, hey, hey, hey,
yeah,
hey.
you going? The day gonna
My
come.
mother would have been more like Aunt Viv, just believing everything. That was my mother.
Oh
She was
no,
definitely that way.
Aunt Viv
Yeah,
was
she
like
would
that
definitely.
till she had him go in there and take that doors off and told Carlton to get out of her face.
she didn't even
Yeah.
do that long, and like
hmm
that was so short lived.
hmm
But the thing with that is we don't even know what the time span is on the show
That's
though.
true.
That's the
No, no, I know
problem.
we
That
can't
could
Yeah,
be
have been
risky,
yeah,
but
we
I
can't
had my
say.
door off. I had my door off when I was about 16, and I called myself slamming the door. My father came in with them tools and took the whole door off. My door stayed off damn near the whole. I can't remember. It was a long time before I had my door back.
She said my door was off for the
Hmm.
whole year. You
Right?
Yeah,
know,
Yeah, like
at
sheesh.
least
rung in the
I
new
remember.
year and made it all the way to
I remember
Christmas.
it was all through the school year. It seemed like the rest of the school year, I ain't had no door. And then from that point on, I ain't never slammed that door again because you want your
You
door.
had James good times. She might
Yeah,
have
no.
like Moesha Daddy when
Well,
she
my
was on
father was like
Moesha was
that.
on she was on punishment for years at a time. Like I'm like she
Yeah,
ain't
my
never on
father was
punishment.
like that. My father was like James from. That's why I can relate to good times. That's definitely how.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
my
dad was
father was like that. Yeah, he
okay.
was a disciplinary person. So you just he just ain't gonna believe no. He don't believe no child, no dog, nobody. In gonna be. I'm the boss of the house, not
Yeah,
you. You're
Yes.
not paying no
yeah,
bills. And if you get to the point where you are thinking you can talk back to me, you need to move.
yeah.
It's time for you to
And
go.
somebody always gonna be the one. I think it's a little harder for because as single parents, it's like you got to play both roles.
Right.
But it's like
Right.
in a
Yeah,
single
and
parent household, somebody gonna be the
the challenge.
one.
That's the challenge. Yeah, that's I know about that challenge. Well, anyway, Aunt Viv ain't
Oh,
got it there, so
Yeah, she can't. She not really. But even when she tried to check Will, like, oh, call your mama, like, oh wow, what did that do?
She was pissed off at that point because she was like, I've been saving your butt. Your mother is jumping down my neck all the time, saying I'm off on y'all. She was pissed at that point. And I'm like, thank you, Aunt Viv. You told me.
Didn't really. She'll say how she feels, like when she told Carlton, like, you looked me in my eyes and lied. Like, yeah, I felt her on that. And then she just turned right back around.
Because she was hurt at this point. She was hurt with Carlton. She was hurt with Will. I have had y'all back. I'm fighting with your uncle and your dad all the time. Fighting with your mother, Will. I'm doing all these things.
Because I feel like she was always
make life better for you, Will. Because we could have left your ass in Philly.
Yeah, I feel like she was always trying to provide them with balance. Because like Phil was more tough on Carlton, and then when Will came from his situation, she tried to be more understanding of like give him a little gentle parenting, a little love.
Yes, because you feel like they
took advantage.
They took advantage of her. So I don't blame her for saying no. You get your
that
mother
kindness
on the phone.
For weakness.
She said, "Get your mother on the phone. You gonna tell her what you did." You know?
But the problem is when you don't hold them to it. Like you can say how you feel.
Yeah, you have to follow through.
If you don't follow through, or it's short lived and they got away and it was only a couple of days, they're gonna walk all over you and they're gonna do it again.
Yeah, we don't know the time frame. You know, it's a TV show.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So I mean, if they're gonna act out, that's just.
Jazz finds Hillary's ring in his shoe and he gets flew out, but he wants to take the doggone ring to Hillary personally. And I thought that was going to go way far more left than it did. Will's telling him like, don't ruin the wedding. So they essentially say their goodbyes, but when they're leaving, he runs into LaMarcus on the way out. I thought LaMarcus was going to knock that man in his mouth. So she kind of tells him that she needed closure. And then she's like, oh yeah, and we did kiss months ago. So he's kind of fed up and he leaves. We also get Vi show up with her new boo, Gerald the doctor, and find out that she's been in these streets dating. And Will is not pleased about it. I'm like, I feel like
remember from the TV show, he like when his mother was dating somebody and they was gonna get married and all that. Remember that? Yeah. So he was not happy about it.
I think that's
what we have right now.
I can relate to this. I can relate to this. My son and I've been together all forever, and so when somebody comes into the pictures, like who are you and where he coming from, and he ain't gonna take my place.
And I got her reason for wanting to wait to say anything to him. Even I got her reason for wanting to wait to say anything to him. So Jeffrey is walking around. We knew Jeffrey was leaving because Jeffrey was walking around telling everybody how proud he is. Everybody was getting a little speech, a little hug, a little inspiration, a little everything. I said, okay, Jeffrey about to go. Later we get Hillary go talk to LaMarcus, and she's telling him how caring he is. She loves him and she's willing to fight for him. And she says, meet me at the altar, because he was just singing that last episode. She has a quick conversation with her dad about the kiss and saying that they make mistakes, but they still show up. And eventually he shows up at the altar. We got, I always pronounce this lady's name wrong, Andra Day singing. And then I had did y'all like her dress, but y'all done already said about the poor lady's dress. We talked about the poor lady's dress for like 20 minutes. Oh,
for us for having to look at the dress.
Yep, we just talk about her rolling up with the boyfriend, Sally. With the boyfriend, with the doctor.
Yeah. Will
he might, Lauren.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
I think he's not used to seeing his mom with anyone.
No, that had nothing to do with the dad. It had to,
I don't think he wants her back with his dad.
It's been the two of y'all for all this time, and I'm not used to seeing
her with somebody.
I've been there and done this. I've been there.
Baby, listen, I don't know, because I feel like with my older son, when me and his father were separated for years, he still had in his head for like a good 5-6 years. I had moved on that I was still getting back with that man. So
yeah, when they're younger kids, he was
a little bit younger though. Yeah,
I think Will had just not. He's 17
it's
and
never
never
about the father.
I feel like when they're young like that, like little kids, they still have that hope. As they get older, I don't think he wants her back with his dad. I think he just don't want her. He don't want to see her with nobody.
I was gonna say, you don't think based upon that conversation that they had with Lou that he figured like maybe they could put the band back together? No.
No, I don't think it had
nothing to do with that at all.
No. I don't think it had nothing to do with that. Okay. I think it was just that he never. I'm not used to seeing my mother date. Right. I'm not used to seeing my mother all happy and giggly and acting all flirty and all that.
Yeah.
this was
She's talking
like,
about, oh babe, this like what
yeah,
have you
and all
never
this
seen that?
and hugging
Even
and
though she
holding
got to
hands.
adjust to seeing him with his little girlfriend
I've been here and
Lisa,
done this. And
but
my son is 30. How old is this boy? 31 years old.
She said,
And
"How old is he?"
and okay, yeah, and he still act like kind of, funny, kind of like that funny style. So
Yeah,
that I think that's
yeah,
just a boy
because
thing.
he was with Lisa, and he
yeah,
was just peeking, and she was like, "Go
yeah,
ahead and talk to her," because like
Well, I ain't even gonna say a
yeah.
boy thing because my
yeah.
father
Well,
and his girlfriend been together forever and a day, and I still like.
I feel like
So I mean, that's
Yeah,
boys
I
in their
still looking like
I
that
don't
too,
want no
but
turns back. I just don't want to
yeah,
see
yeah,
you
but
with
yeah,
her.
I think I'm just,
I think it's boys in their
yeah,
moms and girls in their dads. I think that's
Right,
what
right.
it
yeah,
is.
Yes,
that's what it
yes,
is.
right.
And that's
Absolutely.
the age. I mean, well,
Yeah, she could have
Absolutely. That's
pressed him.
exactly what it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't say. Well, I think she knew the outcome. He would have been overreacting. So
Well,
he
you
Miss
just
Kira,
overreacted
did.
over the phone, and we
you
still
got
gonna show up.
three
Yeah,
boys or young, two of them is young men, young adult,
Yes.
young adults.
Hmm.
And so if you all of a sudden you meet Mr. Right, come on the, or, he come flying
Child, when
in,
I be joking with them, they be
and
having a
if you
fit.
come in, just one of your sons, it might not be all three. One of them is going to turn their nose up and act like how Will, maybe even far worse. It just happens. It
yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
Well, I
and
did.
he can
I asked my son what
find
he would,
you
how he would feel about
a
it.
very good. It's because they only used to seeing you.
Right.
Yeah,
Then
that's
they
why
all of
it's
a
like
sudden
good
come up
and
and
bad
come up there nibbling
waiting.
on your neck and hugging on you, and they were like, "Who the
Yeah,
hell is this guy? Get the
Yeah.
hell away from me."
yeah,
That's
because you
all
want
it
to
is.
wait, and then like you don't want to have everybody around your children, of course. But then when you wait so
Absolutely.
long, it's like it's a huge adjustment. But I did
But
ask my
who is
son
this
how he would
man?
I
feel.
mean, she
Yeah,
been
I
away
asked him how
from
he would
Will
feel.
for over a year, so
Right, like what do you think? Mama got to have a life too.
right.
Nope, not baby boy.
Yeah, mama got to have a life too. That's why his ass need to get on out of there. I don't blame
Right.
her for
What
That's
that.
did
supposed
your
to
Mama
be
need to have a
just
life
sitting
too.
around in the corner. And he
what
That's
and
did your
her
right.
son
boyfriend
say about it, Shayna?
he said that
Yeah,
he
remember
said
baby
whatever.
boy. Remember when he said on baby boy? He said, "So you gonna throw me out like you did?" The older brother apparently got thrown out, and I was like,
Yes.
"That's not on the mother.
Mm,
That's on y'all." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Get y'all junk together. You a grown ass man.
yeah.
You white. You need go and get your life together. It's my
He said
time.
that he whatever is best for me. Like he wants whatever is best for me, whatever makes me happy. But he has seen me with someone. He saw me
Right.
with his sister's dad. But I feel like
Right.
that was so toxic that it's like I would think that he wouldn't want to see that again. Having
Maybe
such
watching everything. He probably know. Like, mom is not
yeah.
about to
'Cause
let
I
that
think he said
happen
he just we
again.
wanted to like see somebody treat me right. I guess after seeing
Right.
somebody treat me wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Child,
Well,
listen.
we're gonna give this guy a chance. This doctor. We'll see what he about.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Yes,
he cracked
doctor.
me up when he said everybody. He's glad he got to shoot his shot. Oh, I guess we can
Mhm.
take it. He's
Go
like,
ahead, Viv. Yeah, we talked about it real
everybody
quick.
wanted your, everybody wanted your mom. Like he was like, what? Wait, what you say, Jimmy? Like the man's
Mhm.
name is Gerald. Like
Mhm.
yes, your mama. You see her as your mama. She ain't their mama.
Your mama is a hot
No, your
commodity out
mother
here
was
in
Your
these
no.
mama
streets.
is not just your
Your
mama.
mother
She is
had
a
a life
person.
before your ass came here. Come on. And
She is
so
not
Baby,
just your
listen. He
mama. She
said
is
that was
a
he
whole
said that
person.
was 16, 17 years ago. Okay.
that doesn't make no
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
She's still a woman. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay.
So what happens if once he grows up, he gets moving on with his life, get married. She supposed to still be sitting there.
He's
Come
just
on
lucky
now.
he's in a whole nother state because
Man,
listen,
he in
Right.
another state across the country now. Ain't like
exactly.
next door
Right.
On the other
3 hour
on the
coast.
time
other
difference.
side of the country. So no,
Hmm.
go on and get your back broke, Vi, whatever your name is. Go on and do
Vibe.
your thing.
Hmm.
And she's saying I am.
It's
Yep.
But
right.
probably the minute he
Yeah.
probably left, she been
And she looking
dating.
happy because before
Right. She
she
was
used to
glowing.
be coming in looking happy, she was always angry. She look
Okay.
happy.
Curls was moisturized. That's why she never leave because she don't want him no
That's
more.
what
She
I'm
know that
saying.
man.
She ain't got that nurse's uniform on. She's always
Okay.
had more.
Listen,
She
I
was
look
cute.
different
Her
outside of my
shoulders
work
out. Go
clothes.
ahead on,
Will
Vi.
used to
I don't
Will used
blame
to see her in her scrubs looking
Nah.
tired and
you.
exhausted.
Right.
Them single mom
And
days is over.
yeah, she
She
That's
said
mm-mm.
she
different.
is
I could just
refreshed and
call,
ready
check
to
in.
go.
She could go on dates midweek.
Yep, she is
Mhm.
She got to
refreshed. She don't
get
got
no
to worry about what
babysitting.
he's
She
doing.
probably
Right.
turned Will's bedroom into a little office or something and
Listen,
say,
Okay.
look, bye.
it's a little she shed.
All right, she go and visit, be like, all right, I was here for a few days, and then she go right back home the next
I'm
episode.
going
Like,
home.
listen,
I'm going to stay at
my
my
man, my
place.
man,
Talking
my
about, oh yeah,
man.
you can stay here. Oh no, we got a hotel up the street. No, we doing
Okay,
good.
yeah, he talking about when you come to your room, like, boy, please.
No, I'm
Baby, she
happy
said
for
we
the
staying
mother.
at
I
the
got a, I got a
I
man
hope
at
next season.
home.
I hope next season we see her get married like they did on the Fresh Prince, and his
right.
mother
See
got
that
married.
I
Right.
want
It's
to
gonna,
see. I didn't want to see this whole damn Nikki thing.
I
So
think he
they
will
say
because
that.
when Will was like, "Oh, make sure you treat my mama right," it's like, okay,
Yep, we
we
going
already
there.
setting it. So yeah, we setting the tone.
Season 4. So they say their I do's uninterrupted. I was kind of worried that Jazz was going to come running out and give us like a different world, like, Whitley and whatever, but we didn't
me
get that.
too. I thought that too. I thought
Yeah,
that too. Listen, anybody object on this wedding? I thought he was gonna
yeah.
come around that
I
corner.
know. They was
But
like,
then when I thought about
Baby,
Trevor, I
baby,
was like,
please. Baby,
okay,
baby,
they sticking with it.
please.
and Inga
Yeah,
said
because
his
he
middle
didn't.
name was Trevor. I missed that.
I
I,
didn't know. I
I,
didn't hear that.
I
Yeah, I
heard
missed
Renee.
that.
I
Yeah.
heard Renee for her. I didn't even hear his middle name was Trevor. I was like,
I
oh,
don't
they
think I
tried
even
it.
paid attention to the middle names at all.
Hers was Renee. Look, I paid attention
Mhm.
to that, but by this, I don't know how I tuned out poor Lamarcus. So Ashley tells Eli she's gonna be honest with her parents about them, and I'm curious to see where that goes because I just want Eli out of here. I don't even want to see Eli's face ever again. But that's that.
Oh
Like
my
I
God.
said, Will talks it out with his mama, and she kind of says that after the conversation with Lou and everything, and that he has a way of bringing people back together. Yep. See, Sally said, "Yep." Middle name is
Yeah.
Trevor.
Oh, we had missed a
Mm-hmm.
comment from Lawrence. He said he thinks Will wants a family structure like Carlton.
Yeah, I put it up there when you guys were
Yeah.
talking about it. When y'all said no.
Uh, uh,
I
Oh,
put
I
it up
said
there
that too.
yeah.
I mean, no,
No,
no, no. I
we
mean,
just
I'm
we
gonna
were
say
saying
yes
we
to
didn't
that.
want him back with. Yeah, I don't
with
think he wants
Lou.
her back with
With
Lou.
Lou.
Not
No,
Yeah.
no with
oh,
the
that's what
family
I was talking about with the
structure.
Lou
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
No, as
like
far as
no to
family structure,
Lou.
I
Yeah, he
agree
wants
with
family
Lawrence.
structure.
Yeah.
No,
Not
I
with
agree with
Lou
Lawrence on
though.
the family
Well, he
structure.
has
Yeah.
family structure. He doesn't
Yeah.
have family
Well,
structure with his
Lawrence was
mama,
saying like he think
But
that
he
Will
want his
wanted to give up
own
mom.
Lou.
family. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Carlton's mother and father. He want
Yeah.
his mother to
Shoot,
have
soon
some
he
kind.
gonna be graduated high school. He ain't gonna be worried about it. No, no way. But okay, I
And I
guess
plus I do think that he's used to like being in Bel Air now. Like I don't think he wants to because if he would have that
He
own
ain't
structure,
going
he'd
back
have
to
to go back home.
Philly.
he didn't want
Yeah,
to go
so
back
he
season
wouldn't see it
one.
anyway.
Remember, she was trying to get him back after
Remember
the
in
man passed away.
remember Fresh Prince when he tried to go back, and then he thinking that he gonna still be the man. Everybody done moved on. They wasn't thinking
Right.
about Will.
Who is that?
That was a funny episode when he
Hmm.
tried to go back and think and then realize he's a Bel Air kid now. He just
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, his life is Bel Air.
In this
So
show, he didn't want to go back. Remember when the guy passed away that he had
Season
trouble with?
one, I think that he gonna try to go back. He might try to go back later and get that same rude awakening. Like
I
life
hope
move
not,
maybe
on.
might go back
because
when
he
if the
was mad
mother
he
get
didn't want to come
married.
back.
If he mother gets
Yeah.
married, they'll all go. The whole family will go back to Philly for the wedding because the
Yeah.
Yeah,
wedding
for the
might be
Since
on the
wedding.
they
East
Yeah.
Coast.
traveling,
Yeah.
they done traveled twice this season. They done went to Mexico. They going to Martha's Vineyard.
But they got
Hmm.
money. Look how they living.
Okay,
They
the
Easy.
got a
budget is
house in Martha's
They need
Vineyard.
budgeting.
to pay for
Okay.
some of my trips I got coming up. I'm not gonna
Right.
Okay.
pay.
They got the
No,
budget on here. We ain't just seeing no living room like Fresh Prince. We got a budget.
no. Mm-hmm.
They got a house in Martha's Vineyard
Okay.
at
We not
that.
walking
Yeah,
from the
that house is
kitchen to the
nice
living
too.
room. People coming through some mystery hallway. We see people come through the front door.
No, that house is nice.
Not the mystery hallway, baby. Yes. Oh Lord. So after wrap up at Martha's Vineyard, they get back home. Black has opened the door for Carlton to have another chance at Princeton. I said hallelujah, because after he apologized to Will, I was back on the Carlton train, so I was glad. It looks like he's going to get another opportunity. And the conversation with Uncle Phil and the conversation with Aunt Vi inspires them to sit down and have this conversation with Trevor, and not Trevor, child,
I call
Drew.
him Trevor too. Mm-hmm.
No, Drew,
Oh, you meant okay,
Yeah, she
okay,
knows you.
yeah.
and get on the same accord with Black Cess. So Amira is going away for a rehab and intensive therapy and all of the things in Boston. She apologizes to Will and Lisa, and her and Carlton say her goodbyes. That's how we got the title of the episode,
Bye,
because she said
Lisa.
used not Lisa, you mean Amira?
I mean not Lisa. I meant Amir. Yeah, bye Amir.
Save the best for last, baby. I
Mm-hmm.
was say Carlton about to start. Carlton gonna cry in the car, child, because I could. That's this little picture down here in the corner. I was like, I don't really want to see her next season. I really
Me
don't.
either. That's why I said
Yeah, I
bye.
know. I haven't
Yeah.
wanted to see her next season episodes ago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Lying a
That's
mirror,
how
lying liar who lies. You just made up a whole system in different dates.
I don't care nothing about her.
So it's time for Phil's big day. They have a press conference. Campbell's there. He's dropped the charges for Jazz.
Wait, what did we talk about before Amir? I feel like we just missed something.
No, we was talking about Black Cess and Princeton.
Oh yeah, okay, we were talking about.
Because we just got back from Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, this is
after
the wedding. It wasn't that much. They had the
everybody was working. Thing was working out.
Yeah, they had the Princeton conversation. They went and talked to Drew. We saw Amira get ready to go away, and then Campbell. They get the whole Campbell Square has new investment team, and it's Uncle Phil and a bunch of his associates. And change starts with us, Black Power, and all the things, and vote for Yolanda. But G never shows up. So we get home. Phil finds a note from him. He's protecting both families. It's the long and short of it, because that note was hella long. Viv said she had motion sickness, or thought she had some motion sickness when she was in Martha's Vineyard. But we see she takes a pregnancy test, and she got 2 lines and not 1. Hillary and LaMarcus are on their honeymoon in Turks and Caicos. She goes for mimosas, and she comes back, and he is out for the count. She calls for help. Will goes to G's place. No one is there. Nothing is there. He has told them to donate everything. And
I hope she was calling 911, right, on the phone.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Okay.
And then Will gets snatched up by the goons outside, leaving Jeffries, and that was the end of the episode. So we got to talk about Phil's Campbell Square, G leaving, Will getting snatched up, Viv being pregnant, and LaMarcus.
You went through that as fast as they dropped the episodes, Lord.
I'm ready to be done with it anyway, too, because
y'all about to tell me we always on here for 3 hours because Kira's dragging out. Her notes was too long. We have to be that involved. I get the highlights.
Yeah, that's what
episode 9. We did characters.
No, she did good because we just a little bit. We're only gonna talk a little bit longer, and then we'll move on from this.
Because most of the episode 10 was the wedding, so
yeah,
like everything else was because I was like 50 minutes, and I was like, oh, that was like 40 minutes of it was the wedding.
Yeah, let's have to build up that suspense.
Well, we knew. I mean, I'm gonna say I knew that. I knew that she had.
Trevor was on.
Trevor was gonna be gone. Yeah, I
think y'all knew that. We did say Amir last time that Amir was gonna go away to rehab for a long time.
She needed to.
Yeah, a lot of our predictions it came true on
Little Nikki, which I wish they would have left that storyline.
We talked about that.
Unless they spin it and something happens and she don't go through with it because it's
or she loses the baby. I hate to say it like that.
They ain't gonna do that. No, we gonna see the baby.
We can use that as a if we're having a quick stint with postpartum, we could reflect on loss.
Right. Because this is a drama now.
Right.
So it's like, okay, if she lost the baby and she was all emotional, and that could also affect her work because it's like, if we talking about taking away
that's a good
because she's so depressed.
That is a good. I just don't think
I don't know why the lady just couldn't have a career and why we had to make her pregnant when she already got.
If we're trying to ruin her career for some
I don't even want her to be pregnant, but I believe they want to make her have a baby.
Unless this is far fetched, because sometimes them sticks be wrong. Unless, like I said, she either miscarries or
that's where that thing
got a false reading.
Those lines was right.
Look, it's an expired. Then we find out it was an expired test. Dun, dun, dun,
y'all doing too much now. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, now you about to break your arm at that reach. I think she's gonna be pregnant, but I want her to. I feel bad saying. I don't think they should go through with the pregnancy, but they can use the miscarriage as a storyline to spin it and make it dramatic because.
And let's make it early. Let's not make it like too dramatic.
Make it early on
and make it like late because that I like my heart couldn't take that. Like let's make it very very early
very early. Yeah, like in a toxic pregnancy.
Yeah,
do something like that.
Because that's common. That happens a lot.
Oh, it's true. It could and
especially because if they're saying she's she's pushing 50, and it's like, okay, why you
all of these things are plausible, but just get ready to have a baby shower. She's going to have the baby.
Lisa already has a little brother who she didn't have before, so we haven't heard about enough babies. Like, let that be the baby.
I'll be like, Moochie, should I get my notebook out? Because Inga says we're gonna have a repass. We're gonna have a repass for LaMarcus.
And we I guess they can't have too many losses because
we're gonna have a baby. And we're gonna have a baby shower for Nikki.
Right.
We can't have too many losses, I guess. And plus, when they say when somebody pass on and a new life comes, but it's
Right.
just not necessary.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good point
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
When
That's true.
every day there's a death, every day a baby's born. So you know that's he's gone. It's no people might. I heard somebody say on some platform,
Oh yeah, he
oh
out of
well,
there.
maybe he just gonna be in the,
Yeah, no,
he
he
gonna
gone.
come out,
They
but
got to
no,
get
he's
him out the
gone.
way so she could be with Jazz.
Right. That's yeah. That's what's gonna
Why couldn't
probably
Hillary
happen.
had just gotten pregnant by Jazz when they had that little meetup and they just had to get that one last time? Even though I don't think they didn't do nothing, but they
Yeah, they
could have
said
did
they
something,
didn't.
and she could have got pregnant. Why would you have? I mean, it's just not necessary because Nikki just added
Yeah.
no value the first time, so it's not like it's bringing nostalgia. Like, oh yeah, like I don't care to see that.
And I
Yeah.
feel bad. I thought
Yeah.
maybe
This
Lamarcus was just
woman,
wasn't going to
she
show up.
got to be
I
in
would have preferred
her
that
late
over
40s at
him.
least.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
got
because
to
you're
be
an
over. She
adult.
got to be 45 or above.
All her children are damn near grown. The young ones that's in the house, and one is grown.
Here
So
we go, Sally. We're gonna get a wedding. That's gonna be for Aunt Vi, a funeral for Lamarcus, and a baby shower for Aunt Viv.
Right. Right.
yeah.
I'm gonna be busy, Sally. I gotta be
Yeah.
putting all these little events
I'll
together.
put the orders in.
I'll
yeah.
be busy. I don't know.
Lawrence reports that we gotta get the meatballs ready for the baby shower. What else we need? I'm gonna do the
Mm-hmm.
And
macaroni and
then we only
cheese.
gonna see Nikki pop up for 5 seconds and not see him anymore. Like so unnecessary.
And that's another reason why I didn't want Nikki, because we already are complaining or voicing our concern over Ashley turning into this and not getting any attention. So we already got the youngest child is not getting attention, and we're going to turn around and
That's
have another
even more of
baby.
a reason why Ashley gonna be acting out because she's not the baby anymore, and now they gotta focus on the baby because you have to pay attention to an actual baby. So she gonna get even less attention. So she gonna be
Yeah,
running around with
exactly.
Well,
That's what I'm
Eli.
saying. That's why I
hey,
didn't want it.
hey, Lawrence. At least they didn't have Trevor fall off. I mean, Lamarcus fall off a cliff or
Hillary,
something
will
like that, like they did Trevor.
you?
Yeah, that was.
you know.
And at least they made it an actual. Well, I wouldn't say like a love story, but more loving. Because when
Yeah.
Hillary's with Trevor, it's like, girl, you don't even like him. You didn't
No,
even
she only
remember the
like that. She
All
thought
name.
he
he had
wanted to do
Bunny
was
and he
love
had
Hillary.
She
Right.
didn't even love him. No, she didn't.
Oh, y'all are so rough. Yeah. You
She
bringing the
said she
fried
bringing
gizzards?
the
That sounds
fried
delicious.
gizzards. No, well, yeah, well, okay, you can give the gizzards to Amir or one of them. You can give the gizzards to them. But the no, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have the repast and all of that. We had one big party, do all of it at one time. The repast, the
Right.
baby shower.
Uncle Phil can put on his Burberry's finest.
Oh, yeah, for the baby shower.
Mm,
Gotta get his
mm,
Burberry
mm.
outfit.
Lord have
And
mercy.
then how long is Hillary supposed to act sad before she moves on?
Hillary gonna be in her little short black dress. Y'all gonna be
Mm-hmm.
mad at
Funeral.
the black dress for being short.
All
Oh
right.
my God, yeah. I'm like,
Even though when she was at the honeymoon, well, I'm used to seeing her wear her short dresses because the original Hillary
Yeah,
always wore short
she
she
always
dresses.
had her
always
legs
half
out.
naked anyway, all the
Yeah,
time.
I was
Yeah.
saying she's the original Hillary's always thinking. So
Mhm.
that's. But I'm like, why was you giving him a drink anyway when he had a heart condition? She was like pouring some liquor. Like, I know you're on your honeymoon, but
They was
first of
having
all,
mimosas. That champagne ain't that much.
Yeah,
oh
champagne is
well,
not.
yeah.
It's,
Well,
it's
yeah.
not for yeah.
Well, not when you got
And
a heart problem.
it could have been sparkling cider type of thing or something. So
Yeah. Then she already said he wasn't even clear to fly. So like, why are y'all on Turks and Caicos anyway?
he knew he was
I
going to
feel like they
pick the
I feel
bucket.
like they
He knew
had to
that's
get
why
clear before they
he
left.
pushed the wedding. He knew that his life was shaky. I think the
Yeah.
condition was worse than what he told
Y'all
her.
think he got on that plane without getting cleared?
They
Yes.
never came back and said that he got cleared, so we
Yeah,
don't
it never.
know.
We know.
She said you're not even cleared to fly, and it was only a week later. They didn't say anything else about it.
Okay, Lawrence said Hillary and Jazz will be back together by episode
Episode
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Look,
maybe they speed the time up like a year later and they just don't show the funeral because I don't remember seeing no funeral the first time. So they speed it up towards the end of the pregnancy and like we just jump ahead and then it's like, okay, she won't be moving
Yeah.
on super fast. It'll be like months later.
Yeah.
mhm.
They're gonna have to, because like if this is season 3, so if we only get a season 4 and not a 5, I don't know. Yeah,
We should get a season. I feel like we need to get a season 5.
yeah, I
Trying to
hope we
rush
have
everything in
5.
season 4 is
Okay,
maybe
but by 5, we probably be ready.
Yeah,
I'll be
because
ready.
I
Ingrid
feel
just wants to
like
wrap it up. I don't want them to wrap it up that soon if
By
there's more storyline.
season
by
5,
season
season
5.
5 is enough.
Yeah.
Then by that time, how many
I
seasons
feel
you
like
want to
I'm
have?
gonna see as long as they go until it's not interesting no more. If it's good,
I
then they can
mean,
keep
yeah, I
going.
give you that.
Yeah,
As I
like if
feel
it's
like
good, why are we in it?
season
Most
4.
shows stop being interesting by season 5.
I was still
I,
interested in Insecure when Issa went and rushed that and just to end it. Like they could have kept going.
well, she said it was always supposed to end as 5 seasons. It wasn't. It
She
wasn't
was
Yeah,
trying
supposed.
to
but
end. She was trying to end
That
it
was the
before
deal. It was
then.
always
She didn't
supposed to
want to
be
do it
five
right.
more.
seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell
So
it was rushed from the way that that season went, though. It didn't like flow right. Like they
okay,
could have
This
kept
is
going. They
gonna
could
go.
have kept it
usually
going.
Okay.
most shows after
Sally says
by the
6
time 5 or
seasons.
6, they usually start going
But like
downhill.
I said,
So
when you was on when you and EJ and Tamika and them was on the live, I'm like, some of the white shows be going on for years.
and they don't be
Yeah, as
good.
long as we have the
And they
content,
don't
because
be good. Like
Nobody
all them
watching it.
Grey's Anatomy and all them shows, I don't look at them, but I know they not good. You can't have 45 seasons and think it's still
yeah,
gonna
you
be all that good.
Yeah,
can.
if
It's
it's
not. It's
good,
not
yeah.
that good.
We
I
had a
mean,
lot
people
for the
still
Fresh
watch
Prince
them,
of
but
Bel-Air, so they have a lot of content. So they do
Right,
have,
yeah. They can.
and then we're kind of
I just don't think
doing
it's gonna go
some
that
and
long. Yeah,
veering
it's
Yeah,
not
they
like
away.
what
went on.
television
If
used
we're
to be.
following how Fresh Prince when they went all the way, they was in the college,
Yeah.
Okay,
so
yeah,
we
but
don't have to like
I
end
don't,
it so
So
I
that's
don't
soon.
why I'm
know.
kind
I
of
don't know.
thinking
Like
maybe
television
next
is not
season
like
we
it used
won't.
to be, where you have a lot of seasons like that.
I
Unlike
think next
Law,
season
unless it's Law
we
and Order
probably
or
not gonna
something.
get a time
We
Scripted
can
jump
take
shows
care
because
of
they
don't
gotta.
stay long like that long like that. Not. This is a total different era now. That
Yeah.
was
we can
back in the
take care
day
of.
when we had a whole lot of seasons of shows. They ain't doing that no more now. Most of these scripted shows, they end at the they you may get up to 6 seasons and then they start falling off after that.
But
Even
this one
some of
is
the best
good. Like
television shows ended
if
at
Yeah.
this
about
one
season
wasn't
6.
that good or it dragged out or there was some episodes I was like, we didn't need that, then I could see. But every episode was good. So I feel like
Yeah.
It
the
was,
season
but
was
it has nothing to
good.
do about being good. They just don't keep shows on long period of time anymore. That was back in the
But
day. They don't do that
most of the
anymore.
time they're not good. They're not
That's
good
the
no more.
problem.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
get they're not, they
But
usually get
but
canceled. A lot of them get canceled. They don't just
yeah,
end.
and this show
This
probably is not going
one,
to go past 5 or 6 seasons. It ain't going to go past that. I think
yeah.
6 is stretching it. I'll say I can go maybe to 5, but 6 is stretching it.
I think we could do 6 easy.
I think we could do 6 because if we factor in when he went to college and when him and Lisa get
Hmm.
married, if they're following
And we were
somewhat the
talking about a
storyline.
time jump, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking now that I think about it, we probably won't get one because season 4 is probably going to be their senior year in high
Yeah,
school.
yeah, so we
I
Well,
can't
don't
have a
think
how
time
we'll
long
get
jump.
the
Yeah, we
that.
actors
can't
are
have a time
going to
jump.
keep playing these teenagers because
Yeah.
they're in it. They're
Yeah,
in it.
I
They're
agree with
about 30
Natalie.
Yeah.
I
years
want to
old.
see them go through college like they did on because they're still somewhat following the original, and it's good. So until it's not good, when it's not good anymore, then they can end it. Like they
Yeah.
could just nicely just end it before it gets canceled. But until then, like if it's every episode is good, we don't have a lot of shows where every
Or just
episode is good.
make a plan for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
they have the
right until it
the
starts to get
budget is
stale.
good. Their budget
Hmm.
is not low. They have a good budget. They have good writers. Will is producing. It's his show. So
Baby,
I think
because
that's
take
supposed
me
to be good.
back to Martha's Vineyard again. Take me back to
Yeah,
Mexico.
like they'll keep traveling.
Okay.
They're like finding they're like because I don't like reboots typically.
Me neither.
I don't
So
even. I don't
that's
even.
why I
I
think they
don't
can.
like
Yeah,
reboots.
this is
No, I
only
don't.
one. I mean, this is its own like show. Like it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost
okay.
like
We
this, but it's
we'll see them go to college, but I don't have a
yeah.
problem with that. But it has to
Because
end at
on the
some
original
point.
Fresh Prince, when it was time to end it, it just ended. So I feel like it'll be like the same. But I do want to see them. He'll probably marry Lisa. Like if they're gonna follow that, then I want to see them follow it through.
Hmm.
As long as it's still good. If it's bad, then yeah, you can wrap it up a little early. But I mean, I don't see that being the case. We don't have a
I
lot of
don't.
shows that are good.
Right. And I hope we don't change no actors because
Yeah, we
I
don't
think
need
y'all
to.
were talking about it in the live about because how we changed the Aunt Viv's.
Yeah, they better not do
I don't
that.
want to see them do that, but that's on them. They did that crap. I
I
didn't
know.
want to see that in the first
Yeah,
place.
well, they should have
But I
never did that.
understand they had, they fired the other lady.
Listen,
But
Yeah,
this is how I would like it. Like if we have a Halloween episode and somebody have a nightmare and they wake up and it's a whole new Aunt
watch
Viv,
next
yeah,
on
I
but
could
it
do
Viv
not
is
that.
be
I
gonna
could do
be
real.
that.
the next on Viv gonna be Halle Berry. Watch when you come back next season, be Halle Berry is the
No, I don't want to.
If they
it's
do that, I'm
somebody
not
light
gonna. Then
skin.
I will stop watching. They do that, I'll
Nah,
stop
I would
watching.
like to see it like as a nod, as a joke that it's like a
Yeah, I could
nightmare
do
type of
that.
situation,
Yeah,
and
Hey
then
if
that's
they
it.
Moochie.
legitimately do
Hey,
it, light skin.
Moochie.
Hey, Mushi, light skin on Viv just
She
gave
was
nothing.
dry, and I
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she
the
gave me
nothing.
actress. I
nothing.
like Daphne,
Yes, Maxwell
Yeah,
Maxwell
or
Reed.
Reed.
It has
Mhm.
nothing to do with
yeah.
her. It's just they didn't.
It just was
They
not a
changed the
good
whole
fit.
dynamic
Yeah,
of her
change her
character.
character completely.
They
Mhm.
did. They changed it because it's just the dark skin
Dry
Aunt
as a
Viv was.
Dark
Popeye's
skin
biscuit.
Viv
She
was
was a boss.
boisterous
She was
and
a
yeah,
professor. She was into stuff. And then when they came with
yeah.
the
She
light
spoke her
skin one in,
mind.
all she did was a stay at home mom, ain't do
Yeah,
nothing.
half the
You know,
time I
take
forgot
care of
she was
me.
even there.
Halftime, she didn't even have no lines.
That's why everybody was focusing on Uncle Phil, Uncle Phil, Uncle Phil, because she had no value. And then to bring in Nikki, like, how many useless characters do we need? They
Baby, it
could have
was
just
more
wrote her
exciting when we
and the
got to
baby
see
off.
Vi and the sisters. We was more excited for them than the
Yeah, I like when.
Yeah.
Right. But see,
than
but she
Viv.
didn't jail in with the sisters.
Right.
Like
The original Aunt Viv is like they were real life friends. So it came and showed on the screen. Like you could
Yep.
tell they were really friends. And then y'all just throwing some new person in the mix
They
and
was
it
like,
just was not
Harpo,
it's no flow.
who is this woman?
Right.
right. No, I wasn't feeling it,
Yeah.
but she stayed on there, to the end. She was on there for all them seasons
I
to the end.
mean,
But
if you
she
just going unnoticed, it's like that person
mm.
when y'all working on a group project and that one person just getting credit and they
Although we
can't do
had what
nothing.
was it? My wife and kids when they changed the daughter to
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
didn't like that. Yeah.
They
you had a
did.
dark
They
skinned daughter, and the
yeah,
next
I
thing you
didn't
had a
like
light
that.
skinned daughter. I
I
was
hate when they
like,
do that. But they did it after the first season. Like we on
yeah,
season 3 of Bel-Air. Like now is not the time to be changing up nobody. And we
No,
already
Sally,
don't
they
know
didn't
where
bring
Jeff
her on there,
already.
but I think they should bring her on there. She could play
no,
Yeah, they
somebody.
could. Yeah, because
She don't
her
have
and
to
Will
be.
made
She
up.
don't have to be a family member. She could just be somebody in the
Yeah.
community or something like that. I think they should.
Yeah.
But they done brought all the other ones on
Yeah,
there.
because Ashley didn't come. Ashley
Now I
came
like to
back as
see
a teacher.
Carson come on there,
right,
Alfonso Ribeiro. I like to see him come
Yeah.
on there
yeah.
Ashley came
and
back. I
play
want to
somebody.
see.
And
I
I
want to
want to
see
see him
OG
play an
Hillary.
asshole character too. I don't want to see him be a jolly dancing kind of guy. I want to see him be
Yeah.
like, like maybe somebody, a
You want
I
like
politician,
think
an
they will
evil
because every time
Jeffrey?
they
something
come back,
nasty.
they come back like different.
Totally opposite. Yeah, we don't want to see
Yeah.
him like how they were. Yeah.
Yeah, they come back
So
different. Because I feel like
Because
what would the OG Hillary be?
she was a
Ashley
school
was the
teacher,
woke professor. We
but the
got
Yeah,
professor,
she's a
OG
yeah.
woke
Jeffrey was
professor.
like the gangster.
Right. I liked
Yeah.
it. I liked it. And then
Light
Janice,
skinned Aunt Viv was
she was
like the
nasty.
annoying
She was
The
boss.
fellowship lady.
the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
fellowship lady,
like
yeah. And I like it all so far. I like it all. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
no
yeah.
issues. I just know
But
that
when I think about
television shows
shows,
don't
like
last a long period of time anymore. That
yeah,
was they I
because
say six
when we have our
episodes every
shows,
six seasons.
they start going downhill. Like even on their
Oh
OG
yes, Karen
Power,
Parsons.
OG
All most
Power,
shows
yeah.
by seasons 5, 6, I say 6, they really, as the
Yeah.
old saying go, jump the shark. They just kind of go
This one's a little
bad,
different, I guess, because it's a blueprint. It's a reboot, so they have a blueprint to go off already
Right.
that worked.
Well,
Versus
so
Mm-hmm.
far
new
it's doing a
shows
good
trying
job.
to,
And
yeah,
Karen
these
Parsons, yeah,
new
Yeah,
shows
like
are just
I
trying to
like
Bethel.
figure it
Karen.
out, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we don't really have what do we have for black shows? A lot of what shows where they're pushing the
Drug shows.
BRUGS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well,
Or
how long can you?
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, you can't. That can only go on for so long because
No,
in
That
real life,
that was
I'm
our
not
issue with
disagreeing with you. I hope the show
yeah,
does last a good 5,
yeah,
maybe 6 seasons.
that was our
I'm
issue.
saying
Me and
I
Inga
just
were
know
talking
shows
about that with the
nowadays
cheating
don't, and they
too.
could end up getting canceled. I would not be shocked at all.
Yeah.
It would
yeah,
piss me off, but I wouldn't be shocked at it.
yeah. No, because I just think the shows that we have aren't good quality shows. Like for the black community, like they just don't last because they're not that great. Or if they start off good, like then yeah, they get bad. They switch writers. Like it's always something.
Cause remember,
Like
like right around the panorama, we got all them black shows that go one season, and that was it. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
a
Queens,
lot of
Our Kind of People. The other one that was like, I think that was like a Martha
or
Vineyard show.
something else happens behind. Like that one show. It used to come on Love Is.
yeah, that was
I
a good
love
show.
that
That was
show.
so
Love
Yeah.
is
good.
was
And
good.
it
Love is
got
good.
renewed, and then because of their
Mm.
personal life, it got canceled.
Or
So
I
it's
even
was like,
like
screw that
like,
even
original.
or
yeah,
even
who
you had like
cares?
Queen Sugar, but then the show got kind of bad. I mean
Yeah,
we saw the decline in the show. That's what I'm saying. They can't
I
go
still
on
yeah,
haven't
too
watched the
long.
last season of that.
It was not. I ain't gonna say it was trash. It
yeah.
just wasn't good as the
I gotta
earlier
go back.
seasons.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just say that.
I don't like when they drag shows on that should have been like if it's getting bad and you know it's getting bad and you're just trying to force it. Like,
Because
okay, no win to say win.
Yeah,
I
like
But
think the
don't
Queen
end
last
Sugar
it
should
season
have
I
too
ended
early
at
watched it
maybe
either.
was
season 6 or something, but they went on to like 2 extra more seasons. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
who?
Like the
yeah,
have and have nots. It was like,
Queen
okay,
Sugar.
y'all over the place. Like end it.
yeah. Queen Sugar's lasted, I think, 7 seasons. It should have ended at like maybe 5 or
And
something.
I
Yeah,
think I
like
stopped at
You
6
know,
because that
that
was the
whole
season
panorama.
where they got rid of the one of the main ladies, right? When they kind of wrote her character out. The mom, the light skinned lady, I can't think of her name.
I know who you're talking about.
I didn't keep up with Queen Sugar.
Yeah, I love Queen. I watched
Yeah,
all the way to the end. I just can't
I
remember
didn't.
everything now. It's been so long since I've seen it now.
Yeah.
But and not all the time they had it during the time of the panorama thing and all that. And I,
Mm-hmm.
That was
that was when I started to
they
struggle with
all
it. Was
went
they
bad. You
Yeah.
couldn't see
they
them
had
moving their
Proctor
mouth, and I ain't like none of that. So,
or whatever that
Yeah.
man's name was. Yeah. Because
well,
they incorporated that and they incorporated the stuff that was going on with the police and it got
I just
heavy.
thought they showed the drug they drugged it out too long. But so anyway, I just don't want them to do this with Bel-Air. So
Yeah.
if they're gonna continue
I
with the
think they're gonna
storyline,
go
keep
off of
it
like the
interesting.
storyline and then just end it because
Just
everything
keep
is
it
still set up.
interesting.
Yeah, like I feel like they're going along with everything. The accelerated sped up process.
No, I'm still on, but
If
I'm
senior
loading up
year,
my.
if season 4 is senior year, season
Mm-hmm.
5 is like the summer, whatever. 6 is college, and then they get married. And that's like the end. So I feel like 6 seasons
You gonna
sounds
get
about right.
go to college and get them married all in one
We
fell
don't need to
swoop?
get. I mean, what's he getting
No.
married for?
Because they got married in the first one. So they just, what did we need Nikki for? We didn't, but here we are.
At the end of
I can't tell
Like,
you
at
how
the
much
end
that
of Fresh
aggravated my
Prince, he was
that's
soul.
married.
pissing me off.
At the
When
end
Will
of
got
Fresh Prince,
when Will married Lisa at the end.
yeah, I don't remember now.
Will married Lisa at the end.
Yeah, I remember when it went off, but I don't remember
Oh,
no wife being there at the end when.
when she said no. Did she say no
I'm
at
about
the
to
end?
say because they ain't had no. They might have had the.
They had the wedding. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had the
but they didn't
wedding
get
ceremony. That's what
married.
I'm talking about. Yeah, they
They
didn't get
didn't.
married. But
Yeah,
after
they didn't
that,
get
that's when
married.
it ended. But
When
it
the show
ended.
ended and everybody
Yeah.
left, and Will was the last one in the house,
Cause
everybody was
yeah,
gone.
cause they went
He
to
was
college.
not
They were in
married to
college that
nobody.
season. They were in college that season. Did he start going to college that season?
I
Didn't
don't.
he get
I don't
injured at one
remember.
point? There was so much going on. I feel like they could do them going to college, him proposing to Lisa, her saying no, and like one season. Well, I don't know, because we only got 10 episodes.
And that's the
Yeah, that's
thing.
probably gonna do 10
Back in the
episodes.
day, they used to have multiple episodes for like 20
Yeah,
something
like
Yeah,
20 something
episodes.
episodes a
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
they don't do
10
that no
Now
more.
we
episodes
got
is
like
too
half of that,
short.
not even.
No, we only get
Yeah,
8 to 10 at the most.
yeah,
So
Yeah, they've been getting
yeah. I feel like
10.
10 is
they
the
can't
most.
give us everything. Something's going to get left out. It's just
I think they're gonna have him get. They're gonna have them go to the altar. Her say no. Cause she
yeah,
been
that
around
might
the
happen.
whole time.
That,
Like she hasn't
that
left yet.
that's a possibility. That could happen. I hope not though. You keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Did you want them to see them get married? I don't want to
Cause
see
that was
no.
the end. Like that was like towards the end of the series.
I don't want them to do that if she gonna
But
say no, but
they did not get
I didn't
married.
ask for Nikki either, so here we are.
But
I
they
was
did
so
not get
Yeah.
married.
aggravated.
Yeah,
Cause
Cause
we
it's
got we at least got to
he
see
might
Will
have asked
date.
for he might have proposed, but they
He
did not get
proposed.
married.
They had the ceremony at the house. But yeah, and then she said no.
when she
Yeah.
was at Martha's
And when
Vineyard and
that
she was
show
talking
ended,
about
if you
them.
go back in that last episode, it's on all the seasons on HBO Max.
Well,
They
okay.
he was not married when
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
left
they
the
weren't
show.
married, but I'm thinking about like the ceremony
The
was towards the
wedding.
end. The wedding was like towards the end of the series. So I feel like they're gonna
Yeah.
Well, if
incorporate
that's
that
the
because she's
case,
in there.
Carlton was trying to get married. You know what I'm saying? So
They might show him. They gotta give him a love interest somewhere.
The Marcus was talking about that because he was asking on one of my things if I think Amira is like I can't think of what the character was, but the lady, the Lark Voorhees that showed up and said she
yeah.
was pregnant and wasn't his baby. I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Yeah,
like
I don't think everything gonna be
Yeah,
too
I think they can
explicit.
leave that
I don't.
out.
Yeah, they don't think
Well, we
everything.
don't think.
no, I said she could be. She messy. I guess that could be kind of what they're giving us, but not the same exact scenario.
Yeah,
Just
like switching up a
a
little
messy
bit.
person.
Yeah, maybe we haven't. We just didn't get there yet.
Because OG Carlton didn't have no he didn't have a problem with the products, did he? He didn't.
No, no.
So
They weren't having that going on in the nights.
after school special, but
Yeah,
yeah.
not on this type of show. This is like a family friendly.
Yeah, everybody remembers Jazz getting thrown out the door.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
glad
Yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't
we
bring that
remember.
back. It was
I
funny
know.
back then, but I'm glad we didn't
I was
revisit that.
surprised when Jazz
No,
came to
we
bring the
don't need
ring, and
that.
when they did the handshake, because I'm like, dang, they ain't did that in so long. They only did it like once. Because yeah, Will and Jazz did that every time they saw each other. So I'm like, y'all really getting away from that. But it's less
This is
about
not
because Jazz was really just his friend, where now he's just more so like Hillary's boyfriend.
right.
Yeah, I think they trying to also not do. If that's the case, you might as well just not just. They're not trying to redo the show, Fresh Prince of
No,
Exactly
they
Bel-Air.
just
right.
taking
So
But those,
inspiration.
yeah,
yeah, I feel like those
I
main
think
like
y'all getting a little
life
carried
events.
away now. The handshake and all
But
that being
they're
tossed out
still
the
doing
door.
those
That's
things.
what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
just did it. I was surprised that he did it. That's why I brought that up.
They did it at the venue.
Yeah, they just did it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're still including everything for the most
Right.
part. They just switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they got to make it more dramatic. This is a
Putting a little
drama. Yeah, it's a drama. It's a drama. So it's like they gotta make it more dramatic.
Any final thoughts on the last 2 episodes, 9 and 10?
Inga got to do Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Oh, in a half hour. Okay.
Yeah, we wrapping it up. That's why I said any final
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still doing the thing.
Inga don't want. She wanted Bel-Air to get canceled. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do Huntsville.
No, I don't want Bel-Air to
reality.
cancel. I just don't want it to drag. You know, sometimes I
You don't want it to get bad.
I'd rather end on a good note than
end on the high.
Just drag on.
I agree with that.
Because you know,
end on the high.
Yeah. So if it's keep it good and interesting, I'm for it.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, they trying to get better.
Yeah, this episode was pretty, was decent,
And I watched it.
Yeah, that's what you don't.
Any final thoughts? What's gonna happen to Will? We know
we
know they're
gonna
him getting thrown.
They think that's Frederick. They don't know nothing about no Will. They think that's probably was
Frederick. They know it's not Frederick. They beat Frederick up. They beat Frederick up in the alleyway.
That's the same people.
True. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, those are the same two guys.
They just saw somebody going to his apartment, and they like, oh well, look, we gonna hold him for ransom or whatever they're trying to do.
Oh, okay. I ain't know those were the same two guys.
He shouldn't have went over to his place.
The same car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I see why he went. Like he couldn't get in contact with him, but why? And then he didn't even tell anybody where he was going
by himself. Well, he got a tracker on his phone.
Maybe, and then if they were smart, they would throw that phone somewhere.
Oh.
Well, look, maybe we're gonna drag Lisa's father into it because we got to get the tracking details. Like he was over at G's, and then he went here, and then the phone is in the garbage can.
Well, I guess they had to do that so Jeffrey can come back, because otherwise, why would he come back?
He doesn't have to come back. We can still see his story because we got funny Penelope and stinking Frederick. But I guess
why would we want to see them with no Jeffrey? I don't want to see them.
No, I want to see what happens. Yeah.
Not without Jeffrey, I don't.
Well, we would still have Jeffrey. I'm just saying he wouldn't be with the Banks. I didn't, what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Like back and forth.
Right.
Did he leave on Fresh Prince? I'm like, why are they doing this? I don't remember him going nowhere. I remember him leaving for a little while, but he came back. I thought he just went to check on the son and came back.
Well, he left on this one and came back.
Yeah. Well, right. That's why I thought he was done. I don't know. Predictions will. I don't know. They'll try to. I don't know what they're trying to get. They're trying to get some more money. Uncle Phil will come.
I don't know why the money wasn't enough, or like you guys said, or I think Inga said, unless it's the whole thing that Penelope and Roman is trying to get the money.
Yeah, they're trying to get some more money. They say if you can come up with this, you can come up with some more.
Because why are we trying to put him back on the stroll?
Yeah. I don't know. Uncle Phil gonna save Will and
for
today. Sure. And then there's gonna be something they're gonna have to focus on this pregnancy.
All right. Well, we got a couple years before we see it again. So.
If they don't bring this show back next year, although I haven't heard they're filming, so maybe not.
I didn't hear that they got renewed.
Did they?
But this season was good, so it was. I was concerned when it first started because it normally comes on in February and it came on late. And then with them giving us so many episodes in like 3 weeks, I was like, that's not a good sign. But since it was so good, and I think it had like a good response, I think they should at least have a season 4.
I remember asking Inga that. I was like, do you think they're getting rid of the show? Like, why did they just rush the episodes out?
I thought so at first when it didn't come back in February. Because I was looking at it, I was like, are y'all filming? What's happening? Like,
that's what I'm trying to figure out if they're filming for season 4. Or if they have filmed season 4. Because then if not, Inga's right, then we won't get it. It'll be like 2026. I hate when they do that though. Like it's already enough to wait the next year.
We still got it this year though. I think we just I don't know. I don't like this time of February. It needs to come back. When needs to come back on in February like it used to. This time of year, I don't like it. It's like even though nothing was on right now, it's too.
I would have been fine with it this time of the year if they didn't rush all the episodes.
Yeah, it's rush. If y'all rush it, then go do it back in February.
Right.
Because what's coming on in February? What else comes on in February? BMF.
I don't know. Well, we got Raising Kanan. They said it's coming back in the winter time. So I think
everything don't come on the same time all the time. So
yeah.
But they was all balled up because at one point it was either BMF or Raising Kanan. Then it was Snowfall and Bel-Air all at the same time, January going into February. So
I think that strike threw things off.
That was last. I think
Raising
last
Canaan
year.
always comes on before BMF, so Raising Canaan is coming on at the end of the winter. Then BMF is gonna come back on in February like it normally do, or around
Yeah.
that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they just said winter, so I'm like, it's either
Yeah, so I feel like
December or
because
January.
what's about to come
I'm
on now? Force after Power Book goes in.
That's what should come next, but
Yeah, that's gonna be like
I
fall. Raising
don't know the
Canaan normally
season.
like around the end of the year, and then BMF come on. But now the stuff ending, like the stuff is ending. Who knows?
I don't even know. All right, Shannon, let the people know what you got going on your channel.
Tomorrow I'm doing we're discussing Insecure. I'll be with My Sweet Perspective. Oh, I was like, what's up? What happened? My Sweet Perspective. I think Struggle Reviews will probably be on there. I'm not sure who else, but me and some other ladies will get together to discuss BMF. I'll be talking about Bel-Air on Vacay J's channel. I think Tuesday maybe. So be on the lookout in the community tab for that. I just did my Love and Marriage Huntsville review, so it's up now. So be sure to check that out. And I'm just going to take a look and see what else is coming on. So stay tuned and check the community tab. Oh, I don't know. Everybody went.
I'm here. Uh-oh, what's going on? All right, hey y'all. What's going on, people? What's going on? Oh, let me see what I got going on. Um, Love and Marriage Huntsville at 8:30, or maybe a little later because the other ladies are doing something right now. Um, Tomorrow, with the ladies, what is it? Power Book 2. Um, and I think Tuesday I'm gonna get Fight Night out. I was supposed to do it today, but I didn't have everything together. I have all my thoughts together, so probably end up having that done Tuesday. And I set it up for a live, but it might end up just being recorded video, and then I'll drop it and premiere it as a live. I haven't decided yet which way I'm gonna go with it. So, but definitely gonna talk about the first 3 episodes of Fight Night. So probably by Tuesday that'll drop. Think Wednesday I'll do a Bel Air again with the other ladies, and then we just start all over again with Power and all that again. And this is gonna be it's gonna be a lot going on this month. I know Shane is saying there's nothing on TV, but there's a lot of things that I'm watching, a lot of documentaries, a lot of things. So
Who told him this is the
I'm be
format?
rocking and rolling all this month. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There we go. I was gonna say, who told them that's the format I wanted? Okay, whatever.
Mm.
I just did a Saturday sip last night, and I also did Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4, Episode 6 live. So catch the recaps for that. I will be getting you guys up Reasonable Doubt Season 2, Episode 4, probably tomorrow. And just keep your notifications on. We're gonna be rolling here with Power. I'll have a pajama Sunday sometime this month, and I'm gonna bring back the watch list. We're gonna try it as a live and see how that works. But other than that, just keep your notifications on, cause life be life. And anybody that's coming through on the come on thing, hit it too many times. On the replay, leave a comment, hashtag replay, drop an emoji, any of the things. Subscribe to all these ladies. We all have, goals we're trying to get to. Share the video where you share your videos. Your girl is trying to get to 1,000, something. We appreciate everybody for coming through, and we will see you good people in the next video. Peace.
Bye.